Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's I got the wrong game in my head. It's the Oilers hosting the Dallas Stars in Game 3 of the Western Conference Final. Welcome in from on Talking Habs and on Don't Puck with Media. I will be joined momentarily by my co-host Alex. He's having a little technical issues to get on, but he'll be here any minute. And well, at least I hope he will. Hang on, he sent me a message. Hang on a sec. Let me go look at. Yeah, he's having technical issues. He'll be on when he gets to it. He's able to. All right, so we have Game 3 between Edmonton and Dallas. It's a 1-1 split. Dallas won the first game. I want to say 6-3, but I'm not positive. And then Edmonton won Game 2 3-0, which earned them home ice advantage now at this point. So can they win this game and keep home ice advantage, or does Dallas take it back with a win here today? So it's going to be interesting. I hope it's a better overall game than last night's game. That would be really awesome. Hang on one second. I want to see if I'm missing something. No, let's say hi and see who's here. So far, it's just Guru. Hey, Guru, how's it going? Thanks for being here, man. If it weren't for you, it would just be me and Alex. Alex be on in a sec. By the way, Guru, I don't know if you saw, there is a new members-only video. And I thought it was a really good one. I did really good in that video that I reacted to. Hey, Alex.
Almost Rick. What's up? Took me a second. Sorry, the computer wasn't working for some reason. I hit the on button and the thing was being quirky. So I had to I had Nicole help me, and now we're up and running, it looks like.
There you go. Get the boss to help you out, man.
Yeah, she is definitely the boss.
Hey, Aki. She says, hey, I'm here. I have to take the dog out, but I'm still here. No worries. Take the dog out. Of course. I did. And aren't you in Montreal? If you are, I can do it soon because we're going to get hit with a shit ton of rain. I mean, what did I see? 7 to 13 millimeters in the next hour? That's a shit ton of rain. And it's starting to rain already. Not heavy or anything, but I mean, if we get that much rain, that's a lot. Oh, Guru, you watched it already? Awesome. I did good in that one. It was six things the Canadians should do in a rebuild. So I did this before they hired Kent Hughes. I did that video. And all 6 points, I feel I got them all 6 points. So anyway, you got to be a member to check out that video. So if you are interested, you could take a membership. You hit the join button, and this is kind of what happens. Well, sort of. I forgot to take out that comment, but it's you get videos and live streams, members only, starting at $1.99, and there are 2 other levels, and you get different things, and you can check it out. Hit the join button and check it all out. I got a new video there to welcome you and explaining everything. I think I have a comment still up.
This is going to be it. You said since I watched it already.
Guru says I was 6 for 6, which was pretty good. And it's not like it was all my thoughts, the original thoughts. But I mean, I read and I watch things and I make my opinions that way. And I guess whatever I read and watched to form my opinions was right on.
I hope you know what? Now that we're in the late stages of the playoffs, I hope during one of these live streams we get a breaking news, like a big trade randomly happens.
Doesn't happen often, though.
It's usually in the Cup Finals if it does. Yeah. That's because I've seen it happen a few times during the Cup Finals.
And also, I think depending on how happy the GMs are with Bettman or not, because Bettman doesn't like any of that stuff to be announced in the playoffs. So if they're not too happy with him, they do stuff, and I think if they are happy with him, they don't till after.
If I remember correctly, last year wasn't the Bruins trade with Ottawa announced right before Game 7?
Yeah,
that was the the trade for what the fuck is his name?
Allmark.
Linus Allmark. Right before Game 7. We did it a couple of years ago with Columbus, and it wasn't right before Game 7, but it was in the middle of the finals where we made the Ivan Provorov big blockbuster trade. I think it was like June 6th or something like that. We dropped
Bettman apparently doesn't like it. Fuck Bettman.
Well, Bettman can go bet himself because I think this playoffs has shown, especially this conference finals, the NHL needs to go back to the 1-8 format. It is something that has been pushed for quite some time. And it's funny because if this playoffs was through the 1-8 format, for example, in the prior series, the other series in the East, Carolina and Florida would have been the 4-5 matchup. And we would be having this bloodshed in the first round.
I get it. But I'll just say the first 2 rounds have been pretty good. But it's caught up in this, and we'll see today if this is like Edmonton again, a blowout kind of thing.
There hasn't been a close game so far.
Then then it kind of what's the word I want to say? The third round kind of fizzled out because
there has not been a single close game yet. That's what pisses me off.
In the third round, the other series, the other rounds were good.
Like that, if you go round by round, there was a few gems. Like that Dallas Colorado series was fantastic. Probably the best series out of all. Winnipeg St. Louis was good. That was a great series.
There was some good hockey. I'm sorry, there was some good hockey all the way
Florida,
through.
Toronto was great.
All the way through till here. It's weird.
It just shows that the later round you should be getting your best hockey. And this conference finals so far has been a wet fart. There hasn't been any competitive games.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Hey, Joe, it's 5 a.m. I believe she said it's going to be in Australia. So she's dedicated. Wow. And I thank you, Joe, for being
I respect Joe for that. Joe is a trooper. God bless him.
Joe is a her.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You can tell by how it's spelled. Usually, but Joe's her, and Joe's always here, and just at 5 a.m. that's pretty dedicated when it's not a Habs game, So I thank you.
Another gripe I have with the NHL playoffs, I've been doing this. I've noticed more in the conference finals. Game starts at 3. I just looked at the thing. It says puck drop is for another 12 and a half minutes. It's a 3:20 start, not a 3. If the game it says you're starting at 3. Drop the puck at 3:07.
They're doing something.
The regular season.
Now, then they're doing something, or they just want all the commercials or something.
Well, I mean, I get it. Sponsorship, advertisement, try to hype everyone up. That's what we did beforehand. I want me to watch damn hockey.
Yeah, 20 minutes is long.
Yeah.
Joe says Vegemite on toast and a large glass of moo juice. Vegemite is definitely an acquired taste. I've seen it. I have smelled it. I'm not sure if I tasted it. I'll be honest with you. I worked with a guy from Australia, and he brought it in one day, and he said, "You're not gonna like it." I don't think I tasted it, but I smelled it, and I think I agreed with him that I don't think I would like it. But yeah, it's an acquired taste, and you don't.
You know what? I heard the name Vegemite on a cartoon that I used to watch as a kid called Rocket Power, and they advertised it. I remember when they were having this big thing in New Zealand, and ever since then, I kind of did want to try it. I didn't even know it was a real thing. It was one of those things that you watch in a show and it actually looks yummy, and it's like, oh shit, maybe I wish that was a real thing. And I thought it was one of those things that wasn't, but. Well, now I just learned something today that Vegemite is a real thing.
Yeah, no, Joe likes it because she's from Australia, so you grow up with that. But it's an acquired taste if you're here and you try it. In my opinion, anyway, it's very strong.
Define strong. Is it bitter? Is it?
I didn't really taste it, but it's I think salty and bitter a little bit. It's black. It's like a black paste. Am I right?
Like tar.
See, main rule: spread it lightly and on top of butter. There you go.
Got a mental note on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get some here you got to go to a store that has Australian products.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
Vegemite. I'll put that on my things I need to try if I ever go overseas list.
on the bucket list.
Yeah. So question, Rick, what has been your favorite series of the playoffs so far?
You got to remember them.
I figured you'd instantly jump on Florida, Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of other series around that. It's got to be that because we covered a lot of the games. I saw every game, and it went the way I wanted it to go. Pretty much exactly, right? A Game 7 loss, heartbreaking. It was perfect. So I don't think I saw a lot of good hockey in other series, but yeah, that's got to be my favorite.
So that's kind of the obvious answer. So I'm going to kind of try to stay
Leave
away
that one for me. Yeah.
I would say that St. Louis-Winnipeg series was very good. Honestly,
I didn't see any of it.
I watched, it's ironic too, because it was the very first series of the playoffs and the very last series of the playoffs in that first round. So it was a sandwich. And a lot of those games are very competitive. There was, I think, only one or two blowouts in it. And if I remember correctly, Game 7 went to double overtime, back and forth game. Hellebuck looked like he was going to crap his pants at the beginning of it. He allowed 2 early ones, and then he kind of settled in, and that game went back and forth. Winnipeg fought back into it, and double overtime magic. Imagine being one of those two fan bases and just pacing the floor left and right.
I don't have to imagine. Been there, done it.
I missed it, man. You hate it at the time, but you love looking back at it and then just playing the highlights a million times.
Yeah,
wins.
You know, it's like being on. You're kind of on the edge of your seat the whole time, right? And nobody really likes that, yet we do. It's exciting and it makes you kind of be in the moment and really live the experience. So, you know, as bad as it is, it's also kind of great.
We haven't made the playoffs since the bubble, so the last series we were in was against the New York Islanders, and we were in the second round. And that whole series was every game the Flyers won was in overtime, funny enough. They lost that in 7, but all 3 of the games they won were in OT. And it was just ironic because the whole time I watched that series, I just felt like I was pacing the floor all the time.
Yeah, that's
that game 6 they had with the Isles went to double OT and almost made it a triple OT. And just the whole damn time, I'm like, oh my God, like it was right in the heart of COVID. Mind you, it's September, so it was actually pretty warm out still. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, I don't know how much more I can take of this. I need them to win, but at the same time, like this crap needs to end at the same time. It's like your mind's all over the place in those type of games. But
yeah,
awesome at the same time.
You're on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's going to happen. Any second, your dreams could be over, or you're going on.
One mistake, one slip up. That's the difference between the NHL playoffs and any other sport. Mind you, football, if you go in OT, you can kind of get that to a lesser extent.
Still not as quick. Like I said, you're in OT. Like a play can happen, and it's like out of nothing. Oh, they scored! Like
yeah, I get what you're saying.
At least play happens. You kind of see it. You know, you got time. In hockey, sometimes you got no time. It's just done.
I get you. Give me 1 second. We'll go get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. All right, let's get back to the chat then. So Joe agreed with Alex about the Jets and Blues. Great for neutrals. Well, I mean, except for the Canadian series, right? Everything I watched was I was pretty much neutral. I mean, even in this one, I'm going for Edmonton because they're from Canada. But I mean, neither of these 2 teams are my team. I don't cheer for them. But I'm going the Canada way because I don't care either way. So I guess I'm going to be patriotic and go the Canadian team, even though I want Montreal to be the next Canadian team to win a cup. But so is McJesus going to save? Phil. We're going to find out. big game. I mean, Oilers have the home ice advantage right now because they won one over there. They need to win this game to keep that. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. This team is this team from becoming the next Canadian team to be blown up. And how's that Kulak? Great value, great D. Well, if they win a cup, they're not getting blown up. I mean, if they go to the finals, the Oilers, I don't think you're blowing up that team. If you're smart, you're fixing the freaking goalie problem, and the holes you have, and you're going.
I see people mention about the odds of McDavid hitting free agency, and I can't for the life of me think why people think that's really going to happen unless Edmonton falls off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, how do they?
Edmonton's going to give this guy the max contract. Whatever the max deal is, they're going to give it to him and make it work somehow.
You're going to let McDavid walk? You get nothing?
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
He's going to get whatever the max contract he can get is. I think it's going to be, 16 mil now?
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day. It's actually 19.
He'll get that.
No, I don't think he'll get 19. I mean, what's he getting now? He's in the 13
12 and a half. And
12 and a half. I can see him getting 14 and a half, 15.
He'll get more. I think the minimum is 16, I think. And I think he'll get even more.
Because you might be right. Because
the thing with Edmonton is they know he's the best. The entire hockey world knows he's the best player in the world.
And the cap's really going up a lot, so you may be right. I'm just thinking about it, and I'm probably a little low because
it's going to keep going up. It's going to seem like they're paying way too much at first, but it'll be worth it in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and because he's going to sign in 8 years, so it's got to be on the higher end, not the lower end.
Agreed.
Yeah, so probably 16, 17, 16 or 17 million. Yeah, I can see that.
I got to be at least a little healthy on stream.
Is it Greek yogurt?
Activia.
Yeah, then it's not. You're not really doing anything.
Activia is good for you. It's non-fat. I did my research. This is one of the most beneficial yogurts. Is Activia.
I'm not saying it's bad if you eat it. I'm saying if you're going to eat yogurt and you want a really good, it's Greek yogurt.
Chobani.
Well, Greek yogurt.
Yeah,
because it's got fiber in it. It's good for you. Greek yogurt is really good for you.
Makes you poop
it's expensive, but it's good for you. Oy.
This game's finally about to start.
Yes, we're getting the American anthem. So
is Peter DeBoer finally going to get over his Western Conference demons? Is the question.
Is Peter DeBoer going to get over the what?
His Western Conference demons. Like, is he going to finally get past the Western Conference Finals? This is the third year in a row the Stars have made it.
I'm going to say that even though it's only game 3, I think this could be a key game because if Edmonton wins and they win game 4, I mean, that's it, right? It's just one game.
I don't think the Stars come back down 3. I have my gut. This series goes back to Dallas 2-piece. I think they'll split them.
Yeah, I'm saying. So this is a really key game here, at least right now. It's the most important game of the series so far.
I said Dallas in 5 at first, but I had Dallas winning both games in Dallas. So I don't think they're going to take both in Edmonton.
Well, I have it. I think I took Edmonton in 7. So there's no way I think that this is going to be over in game 5.
No. I'll be shocked. Now I would, at least.
Although it's the playoffs, and I'll just say that if that happened, it also wouldn't totally shock me because, I mean, I've seen like everything that can happen. I've seen it already.
I want to visit one of these Canadian markets. I've only been to Canada once when I was 3, and I just want to experience a game there. I've been to 4 NHL arenas. I live in Massachusetts, so obviously I went to the Garden in Boston. I've been to Philly. I've been to Carolina, that PNC arena, I think it's called there. and then Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay. And
come to Montreal.
I see the way the fans are here. It's like how college football is down south. It's a different breed.
Best place to see a hockey game? Right here. Right here in Montreal, especially the playoffs. Oh, boy.
Me and Nordy have talked about maybe a trip up to the Bell Center.
Yeah, for like 2 years now.
How far of a drive is it from Montreal to Boston?
I don't know. I've never been directly there, but from what I understand, 5-6 hours.
Believe it or not, from where I currently am right now, it's only a little over 4.5 hours to the Bell Center.
To the Bell Center? Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
I literally just typed it in on Google. I thought it would have been longer than that. I thought it would have been like 5 at least.
Yeah, I thought it was over 5 hours, but maybe that was on a truck. Because the only time I passed through, not through Boston, but around it, was a long time ago, but it was on a truck.
Whereabouts?
We went through New England delivering stuff. So I don't remember exactly where we ended up, like where we were going when we passed Boston, but we didn't go into Boston. The signs were there, but we didn't go in.
I'll tell you, the fall foliage in New England is beautiful.
New England,
it was seeing the trees change colors.
I'll never forget it. I don't remember what time of year it was. I think it was more towards the fall, but I'll never forget. It was a great place. People were so friendly. In Massachusetts,
it's a very friendly place. And you know what? If they have something to say to you, they'll say it to your face.
No, but I was impressed with how friendly. Yeah. Now this was 1984, so it goes back.
It hasn't changed too much. Like, listen, Boston has its mass holes, but what they'll do is they'll fucking shit. They'll talk shit to you, and then they'll buy you a beer. If that makes any sense. Yeah,
no, seriously though, it's one thing I'll never forget that trip through New England, especially Massachusetts, how friendly people were. But I mean, all the way through, but especially in Massachusetts. And I don't remember why, especially Massachusetts, but
McDavid out my head. Of the post there. Watching that replay. What do you want a timer? Because I don't have the backup stream open right now. I'm just watching it through my TV.
Oh, I've got it up there. Eh? Go to Highbrew. You can't do them both?
Let me see. Hold on. Let's see if I can play
it. In Highbrew. I got 18:22.
Okay, so I'm only my TV is 8 seconds ahead. Then I'll try not to give anything away. If it was behind, then I wouldn't have been as inclined to.
No, usually Sportsnet's like the farthest.
Edmonton is a slight favorite, not a giant one, but a slight. Oh, redirect bid, but a good save by Skinner there. As I'm trying to pull this up.
Joe says 4 hours is a bit over going from Sydney to Canberra. I said it right on the first try, Joe. How do you like that? Because I always said Canberra.
Yeah, it's 8 seconds behind the one in the Highbrew. Okay. It's not a massive difference.
But if we can react at the same
time.
No,
I know what you're saying.
But I could have had it on the TV on the.
I'm actually surprised the TV feed is behind. I mean, it's ahead. I'm sorry, because usually the TV feed's behind.
Because it's not.
I'm streaming.
I watch it over live over the air, so there's no delay.
Gotcha.
The only thing that's faster is the radio.
The radio's always ahead.
I get whatever. I get the least amount of delay of anybody by watching the way I do when I do that. But the radio's a little ahead because there is no delay on the radio.
Interesting statistics. Stars home versus road this postseason. The Stars are 7-2 at home, but only 2-4 on the road. It's actually interesting. I thought they were honestly a little more even.
Well, if they're only 2-4 on the road in the playoffs,
the playoffs.
Yeah, they got their work cut out for them then.
Well, they're going to have to get at least one more win on the road if they're going to win this series. That's for sure.
Yeah, they have to go one now.
Edmonton cycling around, puck deflected off to the side. Edmonton keeps it. And now off to the side. Here go the Stars on the rush. 3-on-2 developing. Jamey Benn takes it up the right board. Dumps in. And here they go.
ABL, go Canada. I'm going for the Oilers too, believe it or not.
If like I said, if I didn't pick Dallas to win at the beginning of the year, and if we didn't have Edmonton's first round pick, I probably would have too. But other reasons because of that, I got to root for the Stars.
You can root for however you want. That's why I put different titles for. So on DPM, it was Go Stars. On Talking Habs, it was Go Oilers.
Does it say that? Really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Edmonton keeping it, cycling around right now. Bouchard with the puck. Cycles it around the boards. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins cycles it. Back to Bouchard. Kind of fanned on that a little bit. Let they keep it in. Cycling around again. Looks like the Stars are going to get it up. Oh, no. Battle for the puck. May have turned it over. Looks like the Oilers are going to keep it after all. Stars are stuck in their own end. Bouchard's probably touched the puck about 14 times this shift.
What's up, Peter? The door's open.
46 seconds is on time.
You need to cry, bud.
Oh, we got a free-for-all in front of the net. Nothing out of it. And the Stars. Oh. Stars. I think they finally clear. Yep, they do.
Which feed? You watching my feed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the TV on the side, so I'm kind of reacting.
I'm not sure if you're doing what I'm seeing. As I can.
Yeah, I am. I got the TV on the side, so I'm trying not to give anything away. So I'm going based off of what you're seeing.
Phil says he's rooting for
takes up slowing timer save.
Phil's rooting for the refs in this series. That's I never root for the refs.
Why is Phil rooting for the refs?
I don't know. BL is stealing one of my lines, but he says, Alex, if my aunt had a nut, she would be my uncle. At least I think she would be. I always say that, but I say if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
I use that quote all the time. I don't remember who told me that one.
Phil, you're watching the Spanish feed? Is there a Spanish feed?
I think we got a whistle for something. It's icing. Never mind.
Joe, in all Canada, Stanley Cup is not happening this year. Maybe one of these years. I can't remember the last time. I know 89 it was Montreal and Calgary. And I don't know if since then there has been. I doubt because
there hasn't been a cup winner since 93.
They're right, and I don't think between 89 and 93 it was a Canadian team, so it couldn't be. So the last one was Montreal Calgary in 89.
It's got to be it, because unless there was one between those 3 years.
See, I figured it out. I figured her out before anybody else. But I mean, I saw that one. It was a disappointment. Okay, I got to open the door for the cat because he closed it on himself.
Right, put the cat on stream. The fans want to see the cat.
No, he's going out now. You know, cats, they hate. It's not that the door was closed anyway, but he likes to go in and out. But he closed the door on himself going out, and he's handicapped. He doesn't have great motor skills.
Beal Duff is really high on Desnoyers, huh? I'm starting to talk myself into him more and more. But I don't think he's going to be available at 6.
Oh, here, be interested in that. Oh, did you read that? Memorial Cup last night, London, Moncton.
I have a feeling that I have a feeling he ends up with it worse Nashville. I just can't see him dropping to 6. He's been such a high riser. A lot of people have been comping him to Sean Couturier, funny enough. That's been his NHL comp, his prime Sean Couturier. And that's a former Selke winner, so that's a pretty good comp.
Yeah, I don't know. You never really know. Like at 5 or 6, like if you say he's going to go 6. Listen, you don't know ahead what they're picking for sure, and he could get picked ahead of you guys.
I honestly think he ends up in Nashville because Barry Trotz and his love for those two-way centers.
I think you guys got a shot at him.
Listen, as long as we get one of Frundell, Higgins, or Desnoyers, I'm a lead. That's a win to me.
Okay, the cat's back in the room already. So
we want the cat. We want the cat.
How you guys haven't seen
the cat?
I can't. It's difficult for me to get the wire out and move the camera.
We want the cat. Fans, that's an excuse from Rick. We want the cat.
It's pussy time. No, pussy cat. That's what I meant.
We know what you meant. That could have been definitely worded better.
And you notice I said that and then went off camera. What's he doing? What's he doing?
We want the cat. We want the cat.
When I get back on camera, I'll pick him up. When I get back on camera, I'll pick him up and show him to you. It's not like you haven't seen him before.
Oh, missed wrap around there for Edmonton. Oh, crap. That's right. Your stream's a little behind. I got to keep track of this.
We're 7 minutes in already. Shots are 5-4 for Edmonton. There's no score yet.
Yeah. A few decent quality bids. Nothing crazy, though. I think that unscreened shot from the point by Bouchard that Ottinger got was probably the best shot anyone's gotten.
I think this has been a better, so far, like a more competitive series than the Carolina and Florida. Because Carolina.
Are you kidding me? I think friggin' watching two homeless men fight over a turkey sandwich is a more competitive thing to watch.
That's a competitive thing, what you just said.
I mean, it depends on the size and stature of the homeless men. So
depends how hungry you are.
Yeah, exactly. That series has been terrible. I watched the third period of that game last night when I got home, and it was 1-1, and I was watching that because I didn't watch the first 2 periods. I got home, I saw it was 1-1. I'm like, oh, okay. This game might actually be interesting. I'll turn it on. And then Florida flipped the switch and said, oh, okay, time to friggin' ruin Carolina. 5 goals in 9 minutes.
Okay. Everybody wants to see it. Hang on a second, everybody. You're going to see the cat.
We want the cat. We want the cat.
There's the cat.
Is that a Maine Coon?
No. He looks like
what Maine
he's
Coon
going to scratch me. He doesn't want to be up here right now for some reason. Okay, don't scratch me. I'm putting you down quick. Because he's handicapped and he doesn't have good control of his motor skills. He'll scratch just when you don't want him to. As a matter of fact, you can see them. That's because I was combing him a couple days ago, and I don't know.
Cat 1,
he just
Rick 0
at me. Because he can't really walk well. So I don't cut his nails short because he needs the nails to grip, and he needs them because he climbs and he does all that. So he needs his nails. So when he gives you up like that, you usually end up bleeding. But he's a good boy otherwise. He's a really good cat.
That's good. Yoga.
With what he's got, he's missing a piece of his brain for his motor functions. It's a birth defect. So cats that have that, usually the average lifespan is 5 to 7 years. He's going to be 11 in September.
Wow, that guy's a trooper.
And he had a litter. He's got children.
Is that like the effect where they wobble when they walk?
Yeah, he can't control his movements.
I remember seeing that. Oh boy!
Yeah, I never babied him.
Oh!
I never
It's a man! Oh, big save by Skinner. Puck up in front.
What the hell is going on?
No, and it's whistle. Oh, Dallas had a chance to strike first.
I thought I saw someone knee someone in the head there.
That was a good pass. Oh, my God. I think if Steele doesn't deflect that, that's probably a goal. If that doesn't hit his skate, that's 1-0 Dallas, I think.
Where? Oh, you mean because it hit the skate, it slowed the pass down?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering what the hell are you talking about. I guess.
Yeah, the cross-crease pass. That was a good find by Heiskanen. But it hit Steele's skate.
Yeah, it did. It just grazed under it and slowed it down.
I think it looked like, was that Granlund who got that shot off? I couldn't really tell.
Could be. Granlund's pretty dangerous there.
Adam Henry has been, I feel like, in the league forever. I just saw him skate by, and it just randomly came to me. Because I remember the Flyers played against him when he was on the Devils in 2012. And he's always been a scrappy, solid middle sixer.
Who are we talking about again? Granlund?
Yeah, Adam Henry on Edmonton.
Oh, Henrique, yeah.
He's been in the league, I feel like, for a while.
Been in the league for a while, yeah.
Cycles it around.
I want to wait.
Can anyone beat?
It's the right kind of pussy I'm showing. It's fine. Can anyone beat Florida? Is what BL meant to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't see.
I think both these West teams get a shot, but I put Florida as the favorite right now.
I mean, what you're saying is, can either of these two teams beat Florida?
I think.
I don't know.
I think Dallas matches up better than against them because Dallas is deep, and Florida plays a physical game. I understand, but Dallas is deeper. Not to say Florida is deep because Florida is deep too, but I think Dallas is the deepest team in the league. So,
but the Oilers do have an intangible in that they lost to them last year, and they want that revenge factor, and that
Oilers got more fire under them because they know that's going to end up being a rematch because we all know that Carolina's dead.
And it's good motivation wanting to get the revenge. That's good motivation. So you got that.
I can agree with that.
What do I think about Canada losing to Denmark? I didn't see it. From what I understand, it was kind of a quick play or something. But, I mean, in that hockey, when you're close like that, and on any given night, it doesn't take much. A quick play, and it's all over. But I don't know all the details.
The Flyers players that were on that Canada team all played great.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Tyson Forster got some national recognition, and that's a win to me.
Fair enough. I know Konechny had a good
he was great, yeah. I think it was like 3rd or 4th overall in points for the whole tournament.
Yeah.
And Sanheim even got a couple goals. Like, all the Flyers players involved in that were pretty solid.
But wait a second here, Phil. Are you saying Denmark has a bigger population than Canada? Now, they may, but I don't know this, but I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Because he said, cursed by our own hubris, Canada just has too small a population. But it's Denmark that beat us. Are they a bigger country than we are? I mean,
Denmark, I doubt it. Denmark doesn't even have 6 million people.
Oh, then they're not a bigger country, so it's not what happened.
Meanwhile, Canada has 38.8 million people.
So that's not what happened there. And we beat USA at the Four Nations, just to,
Bye, Early.
USA and Switzerland all tied at 0-0 in the second of the gold medal game. That's good. Really? Well, there you go.
USA is going to win that.
You don't know.
I do know. I saw the future.
I saw the future, and it was dark. I'm going to say this is not Dallas, but Dallas beat Edmonton. Dallas falls to Florida. Edmonton pulls out of Dallas. And so they don't want to get pregnant, eh? So, yeah, okay, only to lose to Brad Marchand and his Rats. They are too good this year. I don't get where you. Dallas beats Edmonton, but they didn't. Then Dallas falls to Florida.
I feel like Edmonton's had a little bit better of the play so far.
You're saying last year, right? But that's not what happened. Dallas didn't beat Edmonton last year. I don't know where you're going there, Bill.
Oh dear. Oh dear, this is gonna set Rick off.
We don't love Austin Matthews. We don't. You have to speak for yourself on that one. Why you would? Why? I have not a clue, but it's your prerogative to do that.
Rick said, "We." Who is this "we" stuff?
Well, it's Nate. I don't know if it's the Nate that's a regular here, but if not, you're misguided. If you ask me, because we love guys that just have no heart for the playoffs.
You love guys,
those guys, don't you?
Rick, I didn't know you swung for that side of the fence.
Yeah, listen, it's that Ron Jeremy mustache. Phil says we participate a lot. To all tourneys, our small pool of talent, and they are all tapped. Many play for USA. What? I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, but you do know, right? In the NHL, over 50% of the players in the NHL are Canadian. You do know that, right?
I know, but that's the majority nationality. I didn't know it was over 50%, though.
And I think it's 20. I think it's still over 50%. And I think it's only like 29% are American. So I don't know.
According to sportskita.com, and this is as of 2023, so I don't know how accurate this is now. But then it was 41.4%.
We're Canadian?
Yes.
Okay, but it's by far the highest percentage.
That I agree.
Well, there you go. That's enough. Obviously, we're falling because other teams are catching up in hockey. And, if you have a bigger population like the U.S., eventually they're going to catch us. But not yet.
Oh, so I found a more recent. Soundofhockey.com says 41.1% are Canadian now, 29.1% are from the U.S., and
I had the U.S. one, right?
Are everywhere else. Yes. So Canada still has a pretty sizable lead, but the lead has shrunk a little bit.
Well, yeah, of course. Hell, back in the 70s, it was like 97% Canadian. The lead shrunk.
If I had to guess, I'd say either Swedish or Russian is third. I'd say, what do you think has more in the league, Sweden or Russia?
More?
Yeah, it's one of those two for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to just say Sweden for some reason.
That a delay a game? That might be a delay a game. Dallas might be getting a power play here. They're discussing it. Let's see. I'm going to look it on my camera over on the. Oh, it's delay a game. That was not touched by a Star. Star should be getting. Oh, wait a minute. That may hit the board, though. That may hit the board. No, it hit the board. Okay. No penalty. That was the right call. I thought it hit the board.
We're not doing politics today, guys. Sorry. So Phil says he's saying if Dallas wins, they'll lose to the Panthers. If Edmonton wins, they will lose to the Panthers. So in other words, he's saying the Panthers will win. I mean, that's cool. I'm not saying I disagree. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes when they play. But I'm not saying I disagree. Alex, you know Nate, apparently. He says Alex knows what I'm talking about.
If it's the Nate I know from Twitter, then yes, I know Nate.
There you go.
I think, keeps it in, rips it back. 1T scores. Edmonton strikes first. That was
Edmonton.
Did the Nuge get a tip with it?
Yeah, I think Nuge got it. Edmonton 1-0.
I think that is
Canada
from Twitter. Yes, I think that's his exact number combo.
Phil's a trader. He loves Austin as well. Phil, you're a trader. I'm sorry to say. I'm just sorry to inform you. Let's see. Rumor has it down here, Rick, that
that's the
of
same
the Cape Breton Eagles is going to be Mark Habschied. Okay. I mean, that's just news I needed to hear. Thank you. I didn't know that even that team needed a coach. I do know who Mark Habschied is. Apparently, a good coach too. Am I right? I'm not wrong about that. He's a good coach, I think.
I did not know this statistic. The Dallas Stars have trailed in first in 13 of their 16 games in the playoffs.
Sorry? Dallas Stars
I think that he's not hurt.
Did you say Dallas Stars have scored first?
No, they have trailed in 13 of 16 games they played in this postseason. Oh, boy. I'm not going to give it away, but this is...
Wow, here it comes. 3-on-1. Here it comes.
And McJesus scores. It's 2-0 Edmonton.
You know, that stat you just mentioned, that's a stat that's going to catch up to you as the playoffs go along, and it's not going to be good, and maybe that's what we're seeing here. Now, is this game over?
They were losing game 1, 2, 3-1. This Edmonton team, man, I still blame Hiller. I still blame the Kings for this. They gave Edmonton life. This is all Hiller's fault. This is all the Kings' fault. Oh, that was good puck movement by McDavid and the Nuge. Good shot.
Yeah. McDavid, no doubt about it. Inside top corner.
McDavid and the Nuge.
Mama hides the cookies.
Gotta cover that. Like, I mean, that's just poor defense. He got beat on the pinch by the blue line, leading to that rush. You can't be taking risks like that at this stage of the game. That's going to catch up to you too.
Yeah.
There's a rush for Dallas, though, going the other way.
I mean, Edmonton looks like they're on their game.
Oh, Edmonton's definitely outplayed them. Even before the goals, they were the better team at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of hockey left. So, I mean, we've seen games turn like this, but looking good for Edmonton.
So, yeah, Dallas was down 2 in game 1, came back to 1. So
it's really looking good so far for Edmonton. I think after winning the Four Nations, I think McDavid wants the cup. I mean, I know he wants the cup, but I think he really wants the cup this year.
I'll tell you, if they do win the cup, it don't matter. He ain't leaving Edmonton. That 1% chance of him hitting free agency goes down to 0.
A guy like McDavid, he doesn't leave the team like that.
I know.
Not happening. They can't let him leave.
Their hopes up, and I'm telling you, they're going to get disappointed.
They can't let him leave. They tie him up in a room somewhere until he signs. Evan Bouchard is going to put a strain on the other salary cap this summer. That is possibly very true.
We were talking about this a few weeks ago.
To have.
We were talking about this a few weeks ago, that what Edmonton's cap space looks like.
Yeah.
And then we shit on Edmonton, and they did the Michael Jordan meme, and they go, and I took that personally, and suddenly turned into world beaters. We thought they were screwed.
You never know. They might look great here against Dallas and then against Florida. You don't know, right? So, but right now they look fantastic.
I still think Dallas can and honestly will win this series. But and I will say, Edmonton looks like a team on a mission right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared to say if Edmonton can pull off the win today, I think this is a key game that if they win it, they're going to win this series.
I'll say Dallas has to win Game 4 because they're not going to win 3 straight against Edmonton. If they lose this game, far from over. But
no, it's not, I get it. It's not over. I'm just saying. But Dallas, they look outclassed right now. Anyway,
DeBoer looks lost. Like right now, the thing that has stood out to me with Dallas so far, and I'm not liking, is just how bad they have been in their own zone. They've had so many issues in getting the puck out early. I'm not putting either of those goals on Ottinger, especially the second one. That was a 3-on-1.
Yeah. Joe getting religious on us for Sunday. If Jesus played hockey, he would have been a goalie. It is claimed that he made saves. Jesus saves. Jesus with the shutout.
Let's see what you did there.
Yes. He has there been a player other than Orr that can turn, pivot, and hit top speed with one stride like McDavid?
No.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you what,
he's so gifted. It's not even funny.
If you think it's noticeable on TV, McDavid's speed, in person, it's crazy. Did you notice that when you were at the Four Nations?
What stands out to be about McDavid is just how ridiculous he is with the puck. Like his puck handling is out of this world.
How quick he gets he's on his horse and he's gone.
And how quick he hits that stride for sure.
Yeah.
I knew he was fast, but watching him in real time is just crazy. Special.
Yeah, it is. I have to say.
There's a reason why he's the best player in the world. So.
Sure is. McDavid no one deserves a cup. Sorry, but you gotta win one. But I get your meaning.
He's saying deserved as a base off of how well he plays.
No, I get the meaning. That's what I meant. I get the meaning, but I'm gonna still say no one deserves one. You gotta earn it. This question was already asked, Mr. Magic. Do the Oilers or Stars match up better against Florida? Personally, Mr. Magic thinks it's the Stars, but Oilers have a big chip on their shoulder. It's exactly kind of what the conclusion that we came to earlier.
I think the Stars match up better, but I think Edmonton's more motivated.
Yeah, well, that's the chip on the shoulder. That's the motivation.
It's like Detroit and Pittsburgh all those years ago. They had a rematch in 2008. They had a rematch in 2009. I could see Edmonton winning it all at this point.
Shouldn't McDonald's have a burger called the McJesus burger?
In Dallas, though.
Don't you think?
They should.
New McDonald's
good marketing tool.
McJesus burger. Only available on Sunday. Only available on Sunday.
Take notes, NHL. Great marketing idea. Too bad Bettman doesn't know how to do that.
You can't do that. Are you kidding? The religious fanatics will go crazy. The religious nuts will go fucking crazy. I do it in a second, but I mean, I'm not religious, so.
That's true. Maybe you might not want to step on that. That is a good point.
No, and even me, I wouldn't really want to step on something like that because, yeah, it wouldn't go good for you. But it's funny.
Little over a minute and a half to play. 2-0 Edmonton in the first period. Shots 11-9 in favor of the Oilers. They've definitely had the better of play, even if you didn't count the 2 goals.
Stuart Skinner kind of makes you nervous, but the farther he gets into the playoffs, he seems to get better. He did it last year. He's doing it this year.
Mr. Magic, I have to say, I love your profile picture. That is a great profile picture. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. I see it bigger over there. What team is that?
It's Brady and Gronk on the Bucks after they won the Super Bowl.
I don't like
Fantastic profile picture.
No worries.
10 out of 10. But yes, I agree. I agree with that, Mr. Magic. I do worry about Skinner. He is a definition of inconsistency. He either plays great and makes a shutout, or defecates all over himself and goes 16 for 22 in net. No in between. And Andre, how are you today, my friend? Welcome aboard.
Guru, it would definitely work in Edmonton, I would think. Although, I don't know. They're the rednecks of, are they religious? I don't know. If they're religious, no. It's not going to work. But it has a chance to work anyway.
Is Edmonton kind of like your version of
Florida,
the Southeast here?
Florida.
Huh.
Rednecks. They're the rednecks of Canada. The armpit of Canada.
And I'm not going to speak on that. I was just genuinely curious.
Imagine if the Oils had Otter instead.
Oh, my God. You want to talk about scary. Having a top 5 goalie in the league as well as that? Yeah.
Who's Otter?
Ottinger.
Oh, Ottinger. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, who was I talking with about that yesterday with Eric? Edmonton, they got to fix up that goalie situation. If they don't, that's just dumb.
Well, if they win the cup, I mean, you have to. They should, but
I don't know. But that's the most shaky. That would be the most shaky goalie duo to win a cup.
I think we have a penalty.
Yep.
I think we got one on Edmonton here, it looks like. I'm sticking on the Oilers. Dallas getting a power play with 2.6 seconds left in the period. It is 6 a.m. in my area. Just woke up, going to have a cup of coffee, and great to have it on with your stream. Andre, we always appreciate your company. Toast to you, my friend, even though I only have a glass of water. Andre's
on the same time as Joe.
In the same vicinity, because isn't his 5 a.m.?
No, Joe, it's about an hour ago. Yeah, an hour ago, Joe said it was 5 a.m.
Oh, so maybe he's
now saying it's 6 a.m. So
I'm going to scroll up and find that.
Yeah. Joe, I think if you kind of, she says, I think Calgary more so than Edmonton from what she's heard. That may be so, but in general, the whole province. The whole province. Just cut that right out. That's Florida. I'm not saying cut it out and move from Canada, which they want to do. They want to separate. Well, the premier, the empty-headed premier wants to. But, hey, that's politics. We're not going to talk politics here. Canada or American.
Agreed.
Just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Sorry.
Here we go. A little bit of fisticuffs at the end of the period.
Oh, did we? I missed it. Oh, it's happening here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my TV.
Yes, I see.
It's 2.5 seconds left. You knew it's very unlikely anything of significance is going to happen.
Not much there.
Little bit.
Mild.
Little bit of fisticuffs, as I like to say.
Mr. Magic says, do you think the Stars should be too upset if they do end up losing this series against the same team? Well, yeah, they're going. I mean,
yes.
Wouldn't you? Like, really?
Yes. Not just for the fact that you lost again to Edmonton. This Edmonton team, at least on paper, is definitely weaker. They do not have the depth they had last year. And not only that, this is Dallas' third straight year in the conference finals. And you've lost. That would have meant you have lost all 3 of them. Yeah. No excuse. You need to win this series. You're on paper a better team. But Edmonton is playing with a lot more drive right now.
No, without a doubt they are. They look more motivated now. Like it's still game 3 only, and I
Agreed.
kind of thought this would go 7. So, but
I
right now Edmonton looks poised to win this game. But
I
it's
will say
one period. We don't know.
let's see how this power play goes, because if you remember correctly, at the end of the second period of game 1, Dallas was on a power play down 2. This could be the spark that the Stars need to get back into this game, is getting a late power play.
100%. They get a goal here.
Ice will be resurfaced. Puck won't be as choppy. Good time.
No, 100%. I agree with that 100%. BL says Kelly Rudy had a good statement on Stuart Skinner after his third shutout of the playoffs. He is either lights out or lit up, and that is a good one. I like that, and it's kind of the truth. And the thing is, he's usually lit up early in the playoffs or early in a series and lights out the rest of the way in a series. So it's kind of weird, but like it makes it kind of shaky, right? It's a shaky goalie tandem there.
Lewis Lit approved for anyone
Lewis
who
lit. There you go. You've been lit up.
We watched a few episodes today. Actually, we're on season 6 right now, and I haven't finished the episode. We're on the episode where what the hell was happening? So it was the episode after Mike finally found out he was going to get out of prison, and they ended up having the hearing for that dude. What the fuck's the guy's name who got thrown in prison for murder?
Yeah.
Not Kevin, the asshole.
I know who you're talking about.
And after they had Mike pretty much go on the stand to speak for him, and
I remember
speak against him, I should say.
I remember.
I'm blanking on his name now, though. Not Kevin. Kevin's the actual cool cellmate.
I went through that series 3 times.
I may have to watch it a second time, because I have been changing my mind on what my favorite season has been. I really have. Like, I feel like each season I keep changing it.
Wait till after season 6. You're gonna say, "Oh yeah, 7, 8, 9 best seasons."
Now, I've heard from people that they said the first 7 seasons were phenomenal, and 8 and 9 were good, but not quite as good as the first 7.
Yeah, no.
Is that something you agree with?
No, I don't, because you know why? Really, why? Meghan Markle is not in either in any of those 3 seasons, so they're all good. Not my favorite character.
The woman who plays Rachel?
Yeah, it's Rachel.
Oh, she's out after that. I thought she was out after the 7th season. You told me
6.
Oh, don't tell me. I thought it was going to happen. Oh shit!
I believe 7, 8, and 9 is the last 3 seasons, right?
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Yep.
Now I gotta Google that.
Mike and Rachel are not in the last 3 seasons. Mike is a little bit like the odd here and there.
End of season 7, it says. She's written off at the end of season 7.
Okay, so it's 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9.
There is no season 10.
No, there's only 2 seasons without her? Oh,
yeah.
I thought there were 3. Well, those are the 2 best ones.
All right, let's go through other comments. Sorry, I was yapping too much about Suits.
TV. It's okay. BL likes talking TV with me.
Oh, wait. Kelly Hernies. Oh, wait. We already went over this one.
Yeah, went over that.
Time to put the kettle on. Not a bad idea. Go get your coffee. Stars core is still so young and skilled. Will probably be a contender for many years. The big issue with the Stars right now is they have a cap bind coming up. They're going to lose Duchesne. And even despite that, they're going to have less than $6 million of cap.
Right.
They have a lot of contracts up. Duchesne's gone. I could definitely see Maverick Bork. Someone could nab him up if it's an hard day.
Next season, Dallas has $5.8 million in cap space. That's it. That's all.
And they don't have they have a few contracts to sign. Now, I agree with that. Their core will still be there. Wyatt Johnson will be there. Mikko Rantanen isn't going anywhere. Heiskanen's not going anywhere. Thomas Harley's not going anywhere. Ottinger's not going anywhere. Robertson's going to be there. You got all your core. They're not going anywhere. But the issue is they're going to be losing some of those other important pieces. Duchesne's going to be gone, and I have a feeling Maverick Bort's going to be snatched up. But we'll see.
Unless Duchesne, by chance, decides I'll give them one more year at the low contract, you think he might do that? I mean, he did it 2 years in a row.
The only thing is, after having the year he did, what if he falls off next year and loses in his chance to cash in one more time?
Yeah, I tend to agree. That's why I think Montreal has a shot at signing him. And I got to think that he's a target.
Sense for you guys. I could actually see that.
You got to think they're going to talk to him anyway. He's got to be a target. See what he's looking for. He'd be a good option for a few years.
I'm telling you.
You're talking 2-3 years.
Rick, I hope you're enjoying the game half as much as I. Is he a Calgary fan?
Yeah, he's an Edmonton fan. Hey, Drew, how's it going, Drew? Yes, you must be absolutely, enjoying it. Listen, I'm pulling for the Oilers. Good to see you out there, by the way, Drew. Good to see you out there.
USA and Switzerland. Rick, did you shit a cheer? Oh, do you? That's
I
right.
didn't shit anything. I promise. Well,
that's right. BL Duff is a big Mark Bergevin hater, right?
Yeah, he hates him. Rick, did you shed a tear when Boobavin, which was Bergevin, lost out to Dark for the Islanders GM job? I didn't shed a tear. I was very happy for Matthew Darch. He's been mentioned so many times over the years. I think it's about time they gave him a shot somewhere. I think he's a really smart dude, but I thought it was funny that Darch got it and Bergevin didn't. It's smart for the Islanders. I think they would have made a mistake the other way around. And Joe's having tea, which I knew. Only like coffee from cafes. You don't have to have instant coffee by making. You can get your all those kind of machines. It's not instant.
You know what's weird? I'm kind of the opposite with coffee. I like going to like Dunks to get my coffee. I'll have hot coffee if it comes from Keurig or something like that. It's fine, but I prefer just a nice medium-iced Dunks coffee. I'm happy.
I'm very consistent with my coffee. I never drink coffee. Well, very consistent.
Yeah, you can't really argue that logic.
Granlund probably gone too. I don't know how they.
I don't know what his contract looks like. So
but I mean, with $5.8 million, guys have to be moved, and you got to move guys that have salary or let guys go that have salary because you have no money. So yeah, I've heard that Granlund and Duchesne, possibly one of them signs. I don't see how with $5.8 million. But who knows what they're going to do? I don't know what their options are and all that. So,
what in the ever-loving hell is PK Subban watching the game through right now? Is that a virtual reality goggles?
I don't
For
know.
anyone who's watching the ESPN feed, what in the hell was that?
I stopped listening to PK. Mr. Magic says, I need my Lightning to take back the throne once more. You might have to wait. I don't know if they're going to have what it takes to do that.
Mr. Magic, I will say this. I went to Amalie Arena to watch the Flyers Lightning game last March. I like that setup a lot. That is a very nice arena. When I went there, they have live music right outside the stadium, the Thunderdome. That was such a very cool experience. The Lightning kicked the ever-loving shit out of the Flyers. We lost 7-0. It was also funny enough, the night the Lightning kind of had their 20-year anniversary for their cup team in 2004, and John Tortorella happened to be the head coach of that team. He was there for the game, and he ends up getting thrown out in the first, down 4-0. I guarantee you after he got thrown out, he probably went up with the Lightning players and got shit-faced. Would shock me.
Joe, explain me something. What's the difference between a flat and an apartment here in Canada?
What is
there a difference? Because I don't know. Is a flat, like she says, I live in a flat, so I don't have a lot of unnecessary machines. So I get you live in a house, you got a bigger kitchen, all that. But is a flat pretty much exactly like an apartment here? Same thing. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Because some people here, You'll hear it like a flat, but like, is that different than an apartment? Like, I don't know.
I know what a flat tire is.
No, a flat
I
is
get
what you
those
call
often.
in England, in Australia, and New Zealand. They call an apartment, like I'm living in an apartment. They call that a flat.
Gotcha.
In other words, you don't have floors, different floors. You have your whole living space is on one level. It's flat. I'm assuming that's why they call it that. And in a house, you got multiple levels. Guru says Edmonton is the opposite of Montreal in the Carey Price era. They have a really good offense core and need a goalie. Yeah, it's kind of true, right? If Price had a better forward ground around him, he could have had a better chance to win the cup. Absolutely. Like if you put the team that's coming now here in Montreal and you put Carey Price there in his day, in his prime, we win maybe a couple of cups in a row. Like I really believe that. Now, Jacob Fowler going to be that good? He has potential, but we don't know till it happens. But maybe that's what we're going to get. We're going to get Fowler here, and we're going to have an opportunity to have that kind of a setup where you got a Carey Price like goalie with a good group in front of him.
Carey Price in his prime was definitely a treat to watch from an opposing fan base standpoint.
You know what? The biggest thing I remember about Carey Price in his prime coming up, the most, at the time anyway, the most acrobatic goalie I had ever seen. He made saves like crazy, like flipping around and still positionally and all that stuff. Great, but man, he was acrobatic too.
I wouldn't know what it's like to have a nice goaltender because
Philadelphia. You haven't had one since who was that Swedish guy that got? I don't know if he's Swedish that got killed in a car accident. Can't remember his name. Peters? It wasn't Peters. Pete Peters was pretty good, but that was the last. And he was only there for like a year or two. That was your last really solid goalie, and then before that, it's
Peter Lindbergh. That's who it was.
Pelly Lindbergh.
And
then it was like a curse because you had a goalie, he got killed in a car accident, and you've not had a goalie not really since.
Rick, and the Flyers are a cursed fan base.
Bernie Perron before that. Bernie Perron was fantastic. Great goalie.
Hextall was fantastic too. That was the last real goalie.
Fuck Hextall.
I know you hate Hextall, but he was a really good goalie.
I hate him.
He emphasized everything Philadelphia Flyers hockey was to be. He would fucking just stir up shit to stir up shit. I'm going to say this. This might be an interesting take from people. I see a lot of Ron Hextall in, what the fuck's the Blues goalie's name? Now I'm blanking on his name.
Jordan Binnington. You're right.
Jordan Binnington. You're right. Yes.
Yep.
I see a lot of Hextall's personality in Binnington.
Binnington's a better goalie all around, in my opinion.
Please don't remind me, BL Duff. We
don't say that name on my channel.
That whole thing sickens me.
We don't say their names on this channel.
Oh, God. It's just more proof of the Flyers being cursed.
A goalie, you guys have been cursed for a long time.
I am praying Zavargin is the guy out in Russia. This kid, he looks like the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The guy that in the KHL. Played the same thing Demidov did, actually.
The guy that I don't want to mention the name. That was your guy, but
he was close.
You're so cursed that look what happened. You're not allowed to have him.
It's funny. I will say this: who shall not be named. He never quite lived up to what I thought he was going to be. He was still good. He was still a starter, probably a top half of the league goalie, but he didn't become the goalie I thought he was going to be. Could he have eventually? Maybe.
Honestly, most goalies don't. So most goalies don't.
That's why I tell Norty, listen, you got a great prospect in Fowler. Chill.
Oh, don't worry.
That's how you ruin here. It's by overhyping them and saying
about him.
Too high.
We're chill about him, man. Listen.
I know you are. Norty, I told him.
He's excited, but he knows he's not rushing that kid. You don't rush goalies.
Oh, believe me, I know that all too well too. You let them marinate.
You don't rush
goalies are like the equivalent of a juicy steak. You let them marinate. You let them get flavor.
He's got 2 years if he needs them in the AHL. Believe me, 2 years in the AHL and he'll be fine. Because Monty signed for another 2, so he's got 2. No need to rush him. They're not going to rush him.
That's why I'd say it's a bargain. The kid's, I think, only going to be like 20, and it's like, no, let him juice, marinate. Yep. He's got the minimum of another 2 years. I don't think he's going to be at 27, 28.
You're not ready to win anyway, so you're not ready to win yet, so you don't need him to be ready yet.
I want us to make a push to go get another good center and at least a bridge goalie, an Alex Lyon, something like that, to go with Urson.
Oh, they have to.
By the way, Urson has been superb out in Sweden. What a shock.
What a shock, I know. Don't you hate that, though, when that happens?
He was great in the Four Nations, too, in the game he played.
Urson's still young. He's still young.
I'm not giving up on Urson yet, but I do wonder if the Philly market puts a little too much pressure on him. I worry about that.
Maybe a bit, but he's still young. The kid, he's shown the flashes of being what you want him to be.
Keep Urson. What I'm on is keep Urson, send Fedotov down to the AHL for his final year, and tell Kolosov to go pound sand. I'm done with this project. He's too much of a headache. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. It's a third-round pick. It's not like you freaking spent a fortune on the kid.
Well, most goalies are third or later.
I said I want the Flyers to use one of their second-round picks on another goalie. Always be drafting goalies.
Yeah, but not drafting them too early because you lose in the long run.
I want them to go get a relatively solid prospect goalie in the second round. We have 7 picks out of the first 48. You can afford to use one on a goalie.
Oh, without a doubt. You guys, if you don't shore up your goaltending, big mistake.
We have 2 very good goalie prospects on the way. Carson Bjarnason and Igor Zabargin. Both could be good. But
you just brought in Rick Tocchet as your coach. He's not going to be happy with what you've got there other than Urson.
They're going to make some level of push. They're going to get a name this offseason, a significantly decent one too. I was reading an Anthony DeMarco thing that he posted on Daily Faceoff. You know, he connected the Flyers to as a potential center name, not as a big name, but a potential center they might be interested in. He said 2 names, Adam Gaudette and Christian Dvorak. Yeah, isn't he a whipping boy? Like, doesn't he get a lot of shit from your fan base?
But it depends on what he's making. It depends on where you're playing him. If you play him in the right spot, no, he'll win you a lot of face-offs, I'll tell you that.
He's good in the dot. I have heard that.
He's good in the dot.
I've heard that. The only thing is, I don't want another depth center. If you're going to get a center, you got to make it a splash. You got to make it a top 6 guy.
No,
you get plenty of depth guys.
He's not a top 6 center. So no. But that's
what I'm saying. There's no point to go after another depth center. And that was a very good save by Stuart Skinner right there.
Yeah.
I do not want another depth. Noah Cates fills the role of a 3C perfectly. Sean Couturier, that's pretty much what he is a 3C, just playing higher up because we have no centers. Jet Luchenko, I think he's going to cap out at a 2C, but I don't think he's going to be ready yet. Let him marinate too. I wouldn't mind him doing another year out in the OHL if you need to.
Well, you guys better draft one this year if you get that.
Well, they're going to. I'm confident in that. I'm just curious. The only way they don't draft one is if they're high on Porter Martone.
and if he drops to him. But I don't think he will. I think Martone's going to go third or fourth.
The only way they draft Martone is if all the top centers are gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to be because
right now, if I had to make a prediction today, I originally said on my social media app that it was going to be Caleb Desnoyers. I'm now leaning back to Ferndale. I'm trying to connect the dots. And I'm looking. 1-2 is like going to be Schaefer and Misa. Whatever order, whatever.
You're lagging.
The draft starts at 3. And I think, and by the way, good kill by Edmonton. Dallas had some good puck control there, but they just couldn't. And they got 1 or 2 solid bids, but nothing really too definitive. But 3 is where this draft's going to start. If you're Chicago, you got some choices there. You go Martone if you believe that Bedard's going to be a true center, or if you start having some ideas of moving him over to the wing, which I've heard murmured a little bit. If you do, if you feel like Bedard could potentially be a wing and you want to get a, in case of emergency, break glass play, you could go with a Higgins. You could go with a Desnoyers, a Frundell. I have a feeling it'll probably be a Higgins if they do that. And then maybe Martone goes to Utah because I have Logan Cooley already as their 1C. And then after that, Desnoyers makes a lot of sense for Nashville because that's a Barry Trotz guy. Trotz loves his two-way forwards. Mind you, Frundell is too, but Desnoyers seems like a guy who's better on the two-way game, potentially. He's good at everything. He doesn't explode at anything compared to where Frundell, I think, is a killer shot. But Desnoyers just does all the little things that you want in a two-way center. Sean Couturier has been his comp, which leaves number 6 to us. That's where I say Anton Frundell, or maybe a Jake O'Brien. O'Brien makes potential sense too as a guy who has a good playmaking game that would fit with a Mitchkov. So my thoughts right there.
And there's still well, I guess there's not a ton of time. We're a month away now.
You got a month and 2 days.
True. But the last few weeks, sometimes somebody moves up, somebody moves down a little bit. You never know.
You're right there. Gene Principe, what? I don't get this comment.
He's buying 50. You don't know what a 50-50 is?
I know what a 50-50 is, but I don't know who the person he's referring to is.
Oh, Gene Principe. He's one of the guys in announcers in the audience.
Andre, Martin Brodeur, longtime New Jersey goalie, is one of the most acrobatic goalies I remember. Martin Brodeur had a rule made because of him. That's all I need to say about how incredible of a goalie he is. In my opinion, top 3 goalie ever. Maybe the best.
I don't know. I mean, you're talking about a guy that played in front of a trap system.
Listen,
I think there's a lot of accolade because of that trap system in front of him. But
listen, I'm still going to make mistakes. Oh, boy.
I'm
never rush for Edmonton. No. Oh, my. Oh, no, he's up. Wow. I thought someone just got injured for the Oilers. Watch. Right there. Oh, he got up, though. I was quite surprised. I thought that was an injury.
Yeah, he took a hit there behind the net.
I got to show that. Was that Nuge?
That was close. That was close. Some good action there. So what was I saying? Brodeur, not my favorite, honestly, but I think it's because in the day, Patrick Roy and Brodeur were kind of, it was a bit of a competition.
That was the Nuge.
I'm a Patrick Roy guy.
That was the Nuge that went down there.
Yeah.
Sagan and McDavid were a little chippy there.
Ooh,
he hit the post, Nuge. He had him beat.
Missed. Oh, my God.
Hit the post.
The goalie's best friend.
Yes, it is.
Who were 2 Irish goalies?
I think he may have been referring to the 2 guys I named, Bjornsson and Zavargin, but Zavargin's Russian. And
obviously neither of them are Irish.
Yeah, and
so he's being
sarcastic. Bjornsson's Canadian.
So sarcasm there?
Maybe the name Bjornsson sounds like.
No, it's obviously like Swedish or something like that.
1 second.
Ooh, they keep showing that hit, man. Oh, that hit last night on the kid that got shoved into the boards. Oh my God, head first. That was horrible. That hit. Sounded Irish to you? I thought it was those names then. Yeah. It's like that's Greek to me. Might as well be, right?
It sounds Irish to me. Oh, good.
That was funny. Skinner thought he had it. Puck was behind the net. Oh.
Dallas rushing the other way now. I do say Dallas has been the better team here in the second period. They just haven't been able to convert.
The second period itself has been better. It was better than the first so far.
A lot more open ice hockey too, but Dallas, I feel like, has had more opportunities this period. They just have not been able to finish.
Well,
and that sounds like a personal problem.
If they tried Viagra, but not being able to finish, I mean, that's going to be a problem when you're down by 2. Better find a way to start finishing. Do I pull out first? No, sorry. I had no choice but to say that. So we're almost 5 minutes into the second here. It's 2-0 Edmonton. Shots are 18-12 for Dallas. So Dallas definitely getting some rubber fire.
Yeah, like I said, they've had the pace of play this period. Just have not been able to finish.
Yeah, well, they better have that, what you said, the pace of play, I guess. They better. They're down by 2. They'll be okay and still have the same opportunity, but just less time if they go into the third down by 2. But you don't want to do that. Obvious. That's just something very obvious that I said. I don't know why. Call me Mr. Obvious. I'll say this: if freaking Edmonton gets a third goal before Dallas gets a goal, that's
I don't know if Dallas coming back down. Oh, actually, Stuart Skinner's in net, so he absolutely could.
That's why I said pretty much it's over, but it's pretty much over. That hasn't happened, and if Dallas gets one, well, it's a new game. Nice move there by Yadmar.
Wow, what's up? You can come in. We're on live stream. You can come in.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. Just cleaning before our guests come over.
Yeah, it's just I just had some snacks too. I'll take one out.
Can you go to see the big prescriptions and get toothpaste?
Yeah,
It's fine. I'll take 10 minutes in a little while.
Thank you.
I may have to depart for 10, 15 minutes, and then I will be back.
All right. We'll still be here.
I hope so, because that would be concerning if not.
Yeah, a little bit.
Probably going like maybe 5, 10. Closer to when the period's almost over, I'll do that. So when I'm missing too much.
But is it that time, ovulation time? No.
What? Oh, you suck. That took me a second to generate my head.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, crickets now. Hi, Joe. Good to have you here today, Joe. Were you gone? I didn't realize you were gone. Sorry. All right. I don't know why I'm so quiet.
I don't know.
I'm saving it up for when Alex goes. I'm saving it up for when you take off.
I need a hockey trade to be dropped.
Well, that time of year is coming.
Couple more weeks, I think. I think probably 2 weeks from now we'll start seeing it pick up.
Well, yeah. Potentially, anyway. I don't know. Sometimes you don't. I mean, sometimes you see moves before the draft. Sometimes you don't see too many.
I don't know if this is breaking news, but we did just get a little update from Darren Drager on something. I may have just called a little bit here.
Okay.
Darren Drager reports Mitch Marner's odds of leaving Toronto now, quote, 99%.
Oh, he's not going back. He's done.
Oh, he's gone, yeah.
But apparently, he doesn't want anything to do with Canadian teams.
Yeah, he wants to go to the States. I think Chicago's the team that makes the most sense.
Yeah, now Chicago's the team that is being talked about right now.
And you know what's funny? Like I said this in our group chat, the Philadelphia Flyers currently, Vegas odds have the second best odds of landing him right now. And that kind of surprised me, especially with all the wingers we have.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
I don't know why, though. Why they'd go after him. It just doesn't feel like a fit. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I'd be of mixed opinions on it. Would I be happy that we got a guy who put up 100 points last year? Yeah. I mean, he's a great playmaker, and it's someone you can have feed the puck to Mitchkov, and you pretty much have assured your 4 wingers of the future, and Mitchkov, Konechny, Marner, and Forster. 4 excellent wingers right now, but then the glass half empty is you're investing a lot of money in this guy who has a history of not showing up in the playoffs. So,
and you got to move people too.
Owen Tippett would be out the door. It's no question in my mind who would be Owen Tippett.
I don't think he's going to Philadelphia.
I don't think he is either. I think it's going to be Chicago or Carolina. But I was quite surprised. Oh, they waved it off. There was a goal by Dallas, but it just got waved off. Oh, wow.
Oh, I see why. The puck was sitting in the crease. I heard the whistle.
I will say
and then it was in the net.
I will say this. They better make sure that goalie had it, because if that puck was loose, you're going to see some pissed off people out in Texas.
No, the whistle. I heard the whistle.
They blew the whistle,
in the
but
crease.
it's one of those things. Okay, it looks like he had it.
Puck was in the crease. The whistle blew, and then it was in the net.
Oh, no, that's not. I know he blew the whistle. That's not what I'd be upset about if it was the issue.
Oh, that it was sitting
there prematurely.
Yeah, okay. Well, that happens, but there's no goal. There's still no goal. If he blew the whistle premature, whatever.
But he didn't. It looks like he had it long enough, so I'm not too upset.
Premature whistle. Keep it
It's
in your
not
pants.
premature.
And that ref a towel. Which team has money for Marner? There's actually quite a few that actually could afford him if you just go by their cap it.
A lot of teams good. Chicago, Carolina. Those are the two teams that make the most sense. And I know that's not a bad dark horse. And it's also interesting because I know people mentioned that he just shut down a trade to Carolina, not waiving his no movement. And I think the reason was he wanted to make the decision. I know that he did shut down, but maybe he wants to feel out the process on his own. He's not going back to Toronto. He's gone. But questions just which team? I think him not wanting to go to a Canadian market shuts down Calgary. That was a team that I thought could have been a fit, but he's not going there. I've seen a few Isles fans that are begging for him, and I'm like, why? It's not you guys need a rebuild.
I think
your franchise has been stuck in mid forever.
I think Chicago makes the most sense, personally.
I can agree with that.
And if you remember, way back when we did a podcast, and I threw in Chicago on that, and nobody had thought of Chicago. It was like, oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that, and now they're talking about it.
It makes sense. I picked the Blackhawks as an idea. About halfway through this game, it is still 2-0 Edmonton. Dallas has really controlled pace this period. They just can't bury one. And we're getting good Stuart Skinner today, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Skinner has definitely had to be good. Good and sometimes lucky. But I mean, right, you have to be... Oh, who was it I was talking about that with? Yes, I think Eric. We couldn't decide if it was you have to be good to be lucky or you have to be lucky to be good.
I think it's the former, lucky to be good.
I said, no, that was not the former. That was the latter.
The latter, I meant.
Good. That's good to be lucky.
Well, that's trip.
I don't know. It's one of the two.
That is definitely a trip.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you can really argue that. The evidence was his stick is out of his hand and it is on his blade.
Oh, well, Edmonton going on the power play. Carolina getting Marner, Joe's made it funny. No, because the Canes will still be in the playoffs. Will still be a playoff team for a couple more seasons. Why would they want Marner? If you're going to be in the playoffs, why would you want Marner right now?
Well, I mean, Carolina needs some scoring. I will say that. But I don't know. They're I think there's a conversation to have with Brindamore right now. He might be out the door if they lose this series. He really might.
They just signed. Did they just said they signed him?
I know they just extended him, but
extended.
If you go through the same thing again.
Yeah, but I mean, is it what all the 3 times are all the games that they haven't been able to win in third round? He wasn't the coach that whole time.
I mean, actually, no, I think he has been. They lost.
What were the years?
They lost in 2019, got swept by the Bruins. 2023, swept by Florida. This year, maybe the first 4. I don't remember what the first 4 were.
Okay, but 2 out of the 3, yeah, that might be enough. If they do it here, you're right. Then it's 3.
3 out of 4, it kind of
3 times, at least 3 times that he's. So yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Charles, hey Charles, how's it going? What I don't get. What's the me part?
It's a me, Charles.
It's a me, Charles.
I feel like he did this.
Charles from the Bahamas. Bahama Mama, but Charles is not a mama. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that was right. Have a great afternoon, too. How's the weather down there? We're finally getting some nice weather here. Finally. And the rain didn't show up. We're supposed to get a shit ton of rain. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I thank you for that, Charles, as always. He says, smash that like button. Hit that like button.
Like. I'm going to make a run to CBS after this power play. I just want to see if Edmonton does this.
No worries.
Minutes.
Also, if you might be interested in hitting that join button to take a membership or just check it out.
Yo, that would have been sick.
What happened?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that. That was close. That was a good bid.
That wasn't close.
If you watch it from the ESPN cameras, actually, you got a good piece of that.
Didn't look like it to me.
Because they showed it from the original camera, not the zoomed in like you saw there on the TSN.
Looks like a lazy power play right now.
Edmonton hasn't gotten too much room in this power play. It's been a good kill by Dallas.
Nope, doesn't look like they're going to do anything with it. Still 30 seconds left in it, though.
Smash them. What he said. Smash the subs, hit the like button, show some love to both Don't Puck with Media and Talking Habs. Please and thank you.
Thank you, Charles. 83 Fahrenheit in the Bahamas.
Another penalty on Dallas.
Like
5-3 for 18 seconds. Another trip.
We're getting that kind of weather coming up real soon. Maybe not as.
I think Drysdale sold that a little bit.
Hey, Quinn. Quinn, good to see you out there, Quinn. Good to see Quinn out there. Haven't seen him in a while. Are you in Canada? Are you back home, I'll say? Do you live near an airport, Joe? I didn't know that. Morning flights coming in thick and fast. No double entendre necessary. The fans are pretty excited here. Oh, it's a two-man advantage for 18 seconds. I see, said the blind man. Well, it's not a long time, but it could be.
Well, that'll do it with a two-man advantage. That was a good clear there. No, they're going to rush, though. Let's see if they can get – oh, that's a bad pass. That's an icing. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably the worst two-man advantage I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, not enough time anyway, but yeah, nothing on the
I mean, if you won the face-off, you could have got something out of it. But
yeah, maybe, but, 18 seconds is not a lot. Off to Qatar. Are you flying on the on Air Force One? Good to be back home, I guess, for the summer. No, just you said Qatar. I couldn't help it. Two seconds left in the two-man. I guess minute 42 in the power play will be.
Yeah. So I'll wait till this power play ends before I go to CBS.
So now there's a power play. A goal by Edmonton. You got to think puts it away, even with
yeah, if they make it 3-0, I'll give the Stars a slim at best chance.
You're moving to Point Claire in June. Wow. Not that far. I'm in Dorval, as we all know.
Hello, Quinn.
Next town over. Nice.
Here go the Oilers on the rush. 1:03 left in the power play. I did not know you could use StreamYard for Twitch, too.
Yep. And other places. I believe a couple of other places, too.
I knew Facebook, but I did not know Twitch.
Yep, you can on StreamYard, you can they'll say it again, simultaneously broadcast to 3 different places at once.
I might want to do that for...
Yeah, I have a Twitch account. I haven't used them forever. I don't think Twitch is for me. If you guys do it, yes, we can do that.
Twitch is big for gaming usually, but you can do like watch parties and stuff like that on it too. I've seen people do it. Oof.
Ooh. Oh, I thought it looked like it might have skirted.
Yeah, I thought so too when I first saw that camera view. I thought it was trickling in, but it just walked him wide. Maybe 20 seconds left on this power play. Cycling it around. Nicole, what do you need me to get you at CVS?
You write that down?
Hey.
Good pace here at the end of the period.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go here in the second.
Yeah, Edmonton's really kind of just been honed in their own zone for most of this 5-on-5 play. Taking it up, dumps it in.
Still not really getting the shots, though. Only 15 shots.
Up, battle on behind the net. Couple bodies there, kept in by looks like Ron. And I haven't heard Ron's name pretty much all day. Oh, Robertson, Joe! Oh, Robertson. He's going to have nightmares. And that one goes in and he starts 5-1.
Jesus.
Is that Harley again? I think that was Thomas Harley.
And they scored.
No, that's not Harley. That's Mitchell.
Dallas gets within 1.
Oh, we got a game here.
So, yeah, that changes the game
Mitchell
a bit.
cuts the lead in half. I think it beat a 5-hole. Yeah, that went 5-hole off of a little bit of a screen. Let's take a look at this. Oh, I think it got deflected. I think he was trying to go top corner at first, and it got deflected, went under his legs. Yep, that's exactly what happened. 2-1 here.
Right through the leg.
25 to go in the second.
He was screened there, I think.
Got ourselves a game.
A goal by Turtle? Who's Turtle?
Turtle.
Who?
Bishop.
Okay.
I said goal by the Turtle. I think that might be his name.
That Turtle. I read it wrong. Sorry.
Bishop. He's like, I think, their third pairing defenseman. He's not a big name guy, but hey, that was a good bid there. Stars are really finding momentum right now. This period's been Dallas's period for sure, and they finally got rewarded. Oh, Skinner's hanging on for dear life right now.
Oh, good save.
Oh, yeah. Skinner's hanging on for dear life.
Well, as long as he's hanging on.
Yeah, but Edmonton needs to pick up their play right now because, like I said, this period's been all Dallas.
Yeah, I agree.
It's about time we get a semi-competitive game, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been a weird third round so far.
It's just been an uncompetitive one. It's been a bunch of slugfests.
Yeah. Out of play.
All right, I'm going to run to CVS. I will be back, and then I'll rejoin the stream once I return.
Yes, sir. We'll still be here.
I hope so. That would be bad if not.
Find everything you're looking for. You're still here.
I'm just making sure I don't end screen accidentally like last time.
Yeah, better not.
It says leave studio. Okay, good. Changes you made may not be saved.
Yeah, that's fine. He did it properly. Yay. We'll leave his spot open for him for when he gets back. I'm going to go pee in a sec, so I'm going to do the same thing, sort of. Although I won't be as long as he is. At least I hope not. I can't imagine peeing for that long. So far, I don't know. This game has changed around, so third period should be exciting, I would think, in this in the game today. Definitely not shocked if Dallas is able to come back and even win the game. 15 years younger, 6 inches shorter, 40 pounds heavier, and he turtles to Corey Perry because it's Corey Perry, man. Just out of respect, you know. Stupid commercial. Goody. Hey. Skinner is not a very I wouldn't say he's not a good goalie because he can play amazing, but he's not consistent enough in my opinion. But when he's on, he's pretty good. I don't know where I invited Matt, but Matt didn't answer, so I don't know where the hell Matt is. Okay, I mean I peed, but it won't take that long. Two and a half to go in the second. 2-1 Edmonton. Shots are 27-15 for Dallas. So, that doesn't bode well for Edmonton for the rest of this game. They need to put some pucks on net. That is a thing. And they did. So there's 16 shots. Face-off is to the left of Ottinger. Although for you guys, I'm probably the last one. Like, I'm behind everybody. But what are you going to do? I think it was won by Edmonton, the face-off. They have the puck. 2 minutes to go. That comes out. Good save there by Skinner. Flashes the leather. Mr. Shane, I think. Yeah. Oh. There's a chance there. Oh. It was Nurse, and I'm not sure who else. Sort of, not really scuffling, but. Oh, good chance there. I don't know. A little bit of a mistake by Ottinger, I guess. But then he made a good save there with his blocker right at the end. 51 seconds to go. Nuge gone off to the dressing room, but I mean 51 seconds left, so probably nothing serious or anything. Oh. McDavid with an opportunity, tried to go around on the wraparound, didn't happen. He's got it again, and he scores. McDavid makes it 3-1 with 18 seconds left. That's a killer goal to happen to Dallas. The speed kills. You're not kidding. Big goal by McDavid. And that's his second of the night, I think. Or night, it's the daytime. Nice shot. Perfect. Right over the shoulder. So who's the better goalie? I mean, Edmonton's got 3 goals on 17 shots, and Dallas 1 on 29 shots. So far, Skinner the better goalie. Okay, second period is done. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. I can't wait any longer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I will keep the camera off for a few minutes, though, but I'm back. So we are. It's 3-1 after 2. I think the Dallas goal kind of we got a game now, but I think it's back to where it was. For Dallas, giving up that goal at the end of the first period, second period like that, 18 seconds left. That's a bit of a killer. Let's see how they bounce back from that. Now there's a face. See, that's why I put it up there. It's a face for radio. Because I wanted to hear you say that. What is the Habs' number one priority this summer? Good question. Good question, Bill. What does everybody say to that? It's okay. Let everybody answer that as well. I will too. I'm going to say their main priority is to try to find that second line center. Now, that might not be something that they're able to find this summer. And Gordon and Hughes said it in their postseason presser that, they're not going to force it. They're not going to sign somebody just because, they're running out of time and they need to sign somebody. They feel they have a couple of off seasons to accomplish this. So I think that's a priority. And I kind of think to get a top 4 right-hand defenseman, right shot defenseman, I think that might be as well, to be honest. Well, there you go, BL. We agree. Because, Mayu might not make it. From what I'm hearing, anyways, Mayu might not make it. It looks like Reinbacher will be ready, should make it out of camp. There's still one right-hand defenseman short. And maybe 2, if you say, wouldn't it be good to have a right-hand defenseman in Laval that they could call up if they need, as well, if one of the other guys gets hurt. So, but maybe that is Mayu, I guess. So maybe that is that. Renegade Man, the 16th and 17th pick has to be in play. I think one or both could be used to in a deal like that. Yeah. BL says, "Oh, I better change that then. Agreeing with the host is not good." No, it's okay sometimes. It's not always. If it is always, oh, that's fine too. Just not everybody. How fun would that be? Reinbacher looks more than ready than ever based on his play in the Wild. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm hearing too. But, still he has to go through camp. He has to qualify. And as I said, it only takes care of one. We've got Carrier now. If Reinbacher makes it, that's another one. We need one more. My opinion. They may go through again the season with just 2, but I think they'd rather not do that if they could avoid it. I'm trying to think of any other spots in the lineup that I think they might want to look for outside the organization, and I can't really think of one. I think you have to promote some guys from Laval as well. I mean, like if Owen Beck and Oliver Kapanen have really good training camps, you got to think their shot to make the team is pretty good, especially when I don't really think they're going to re-sign any of their UFAs. So the spots should be available. Anyways, we're in this intermission. I should be doing more of this. If you're looking for any merch, People do ask. They used to anyway, not as much lately. But if you are looking, there's an address right on the bottom of the screen. That takes you to the Fourth Wall store, and there's merch there. Talking Habs and Don't Puck with Media merch. Both are there. So please check that out. And also, we're looking for new members. So if you're interested in a membership, you hit that join button and you click that, and you're going to be brought to a video. It's going to explain everything, but memberships start as low as $1.99 a month. For that, you do get the members only videos, and the next level up, you get any members only live streams, which I'm going to be doing one next week. And then there's a third one I just added. It's a $10.99 for that one. Interesting. For every month you are a member in that level, which is franchise player, I will write a poem about you I will send you a copy, and you can keep that, and that's what you get for that, plus all the other levels. So anyway, if you're interested, please join and become a member. I appreciate that, and we're looking to grow the membership. And I've been doing a members only video every weekend for about, I want to say about 5 weeks now. And if you're interested and you're curious, in the description of this video, and now all the videos, there is a link that you can press to check out the list of the members only videos and see if it interests you. And that's the kind of stuff that you're getting. So you can check it out. You can't watch the videos, unfortunately, because they're members only, but you can see what kind of stuff I'm putting out there. I did that, and it surprised me how many videos there were. I didn't think I had done that many members only videos. Just hadn't done any in a little while, that's all. But now I'm doing them regularly, and that'll keep going because it's become a priority. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys to talk to me, and I realized that I'm not on the comments part, so did I miss anything? Friggin' hell, Tage Thompson in OT to give the USA the gold medal. Is that what happened? There you go. USA wins the gold. Yoo-hoo, they deserve it. Pretty soon, maybe they get thrown out like Russia was of international competition. That's not going to surprise me if that happens. Joe, Mayu is not ruled out. It just, I would say more of the experts that I'm hearing or reading or whatever kind of feel that he might need another season or partial season in Laval, so might not make it out of camp. That remains to be seen. Let's see. Tomorrow's Monday. There is a game, but we have our podcast, so I don't believe we're going to be covering the game tomorrow, unfortunately, because it starts while we're recording. And I don't think we're going to do the pod as a live pod because it ends up we never do the pod. So I think we might be out, but I think Tuesday. So back for Game 4 of this series on Tuesday. I think we'll be doing a stream. You think J.C. Tremblay can make the team out of camp back in 1963? I don't remember when J.C. Tremblay was here. One of these days, BL, I aspire to try to figure out your system for this so I can figure out who you're talking about. I mean, I know who J.C. Tremblay is, but who you're talking about today? The closest I can come is you don't really have a system. It's just a name you thought of, an old Habs name, you threw it out there. You do mean somebody, but there's no system to try to figure out. Yeah, they're showing it here now. Oh, yeah, Switzerland and USA, right? Oh, it was 0-0. So it was a scoreless overtime game. That doesn't happen often. That does not happen very often. 2 shutouts and one gets ruined. But still 2 regulation shutouts. I kind of feel we're about halfway through this intermission. Now I feel that, so we're probably farther along than that. Probably only a few more minutes to go before we get to the third. Let's see where this goes. I think if Edmonton goes up 3-0, man, I don't hold out. Well, not 3-0. Excuse me. If they go up 2-1, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Sorry, lost in my own thoughts. But I do think that this is a very important game, and I said it earlier that if Edmonton wins this game, I think Dallas is in trouble. But it is early in the series, so too early really to tell. So we got a few more minutes till the third period. I don't have any. I'm trying to think of a question to ask you guys. Anybody got anything you want to talk about? Now's the time, man. Now's the time. Anybody feel for whoever? Maybe not everybody here is a Habs fan. For whoever your team is, what your team might do in the offseason? Players they might sign, something like that. As far as the Habs, I said it earlier. I think that Matt Duchene might be a good option for Montreal if they can, depending on the price he's looking at. He's 34, I believe. And that means you're looking at a 2, maybe 3-year deal. It's not going to be long term. But I mean, the money might have something to do with it. He's only making $3 million this year, but he signed low. But I think because he's on a buyout, he was on a buyout. So I don't know if that's would have any effect here. It would be coming to Quebec, so you got to figure he's going to want, and money because taxes are higher and shit here. So I think Duchene though is an option. Who do you guys think they might go after for that second line center? I'm working on a video, so I don't want to go over everybody, and I've given away a few of the names on here, so I don't want to give away any more. But if you guys have anybody you're thinking of or that you would like to see them go after, let's talk about it. We've got a few more minutes. Let's pass the time. Hang on a second there, BL. With Darsh calling the shots, has the New York Islanders owner ordered a rebuild or a reload? Interested because Horvat would be a nice fit. I think it's too early to tell. I haven't heard anything. I haven't read anything. I don't think just because they hired a new GM and like they had fired Lamoriello and hired a new GM, I don't think necessarily it signals a rebuild. I'd have to take a better look at their organization. I don't think Patrick Roy would be the coach there through a rebuild. So maybe by whether he stays or goes might give an indication. Sure, Horvat would be a nice fit. I agree. Horvat would be a nice fit. Horvat, though, you're looking at it's 5 years, I think, 5 years left. So it's a commitment. He's 30, so it's not like he's 34 like Duchene. So it's not a horrible commitment. And he's making, I believe, 8.7 or 8.5 is what I want to say. Do I think the Habs can afford it? Yeah. And I think Horvat's probably an option that they're looking at if they can swing a deal. But it's a trade with Duchene. It's a signing. So it's a signing. There's no players to give up to swing the deal. And a trade for Horvat's probably going to be somewhat costly. But still think Habs have the assets. I don't think that's a problem. So we'll have to see. I kind of think if they're going to get Horvat, we're going to find out probably as a draft. I think that's kind of a deal. I think that's a deal that you'll see as the draft. Now, the Islanders have the first overall pick. The Habs have 16 or 17. I don't know if the Islanders have any other picks in the first round, but you got to think they wouldn't mind, especially they're retooling, rebuilding, or whatever, to have 2-3 picks in the first round. So, looks alike they're about back for the start of the third. Alex did not make it back. How far was this CVS he had to go to? What size condoms did he have to pick up at the CVS, which is a pharmacy? That's a question I have, and inquiring minds want to know. A face-off about to happen here. Dallas, 12 shots up on Edmonton, 30 shots to 18. But Edmonton ahead 3-1, and we're underway for the third. We'll be back on camera in less than a minute. That I tell you that just so that you can like cover your eyes with something so it doesn't hurt as much. Be prepared for the shock of seeing my face. So that's why I do that. There you go. Edmonton kind of leading off with a bit of a bang there with a couple of chances there and a save by Ottinger. 30 seconds in. Got to see a lot more from Dallas if they hope to win this game. Now, they're getting the shots so far, but, man, they need to score the next goal. If it goes 4-1, game's over. There's no doubt in my mind. But if Dallas can get the next goal, it's a different game. And once again, in the first and second round, the games I saw in a game like this, it's 3-1. It's looking like it's going one way. And inevitably, the other team came back. They went to overtime or something. So, I don't know. We'll see. This second round hasn't been like that. None of the games at all have been close enough to, in either series, to go to overtime. Hopkins, I think that I don't know if that went off Ottinger at all, but man, that hit the crossbar. That was close. Face-off is to the right, I believe, of Skinner. Won by Edmonton. They flip it up into the other zone. Edmonton trying to come out. No, Dallas, excuse me, trying to come out. They do come out of their zone. Given away in the Oilers zone. Oh. Almost taken back by the Dallas guy. They ran out of room. Ran into the goalie, basically. Yeah, Brown got hit early in the game, and he ain't coming back. Hard hit by Petrovic. So Oilers down one guy. Here come the Oils. Nope. Yeah, I don't think the Stars better play in the second period carried over. At least not yet. What say you guys? Ooh, oh! How'd that stay out? Wow. I don't know how Edmonton kept that out of the goal. Wow. Oh, breakaway. Scores over Edmonton 4-1. Hyman. Nice stretch pass by, I don't know who it was, to Hyman. Freed him completely, and he made no mistake and put it top shelf. There's no doubt about that one. So with 16:35 left in the third, it looks like this game is done. Hey, Bruce. How's it going, Bruce? It was Hopkins, Nooch. Okay, Rick, get your mouth in order. Nooch and Hopkins made the stretch pass. Nice. I mean, it was a beautiful play. And, I mean, just freed him right up. And, I mean, Hyman made no mistake about that one. Is Hyman a star, Bruce? I mean, not a superstar. Fair to say he might be a star, yeah. Edmonton definitely poised here to take a pretty solid 2-1 lead. Still got 15 and change left in this third period, but a 3-goal lead. If Edmonton blows this 3-goal lead, wow, that'd be something. I hope it doesn't happen, but it'd be something else. Yeah, that was a hell of a good release. Right over the blocker. Not coming back. How much you want to bet? Oh, coming back now. Alex be back in a sec. BL says, Thinks Hyman is what you call a real good hockey player and most importantly loved by his teammates. Maybe then on the verge, like you could call him a star, but like definitely not a superstar. I'll just say that. But definitely that's a good that's a fair description. Can Dallas respond to this? It doesn't look like they can, though. There's nothing about the way Dallas is playing that, I mean, if you're a Dallas fan, that gives you that would, if I was a Dallas fan, that would give me confidence that they're coming back. Hyman to the Habs. Why would he come? Why would we? He's not a center. We don't need wingers. I don't think we need wingers. I don't think they're going to look to acquire wingers. BL superstars, yeah. And there's only 2 superstars. There's a few star players here, though, but there's only 2 superstars. I mean, one of them is definitely McDavid, and I think the other one is Skinner. Like no.
Oh, I want to say Dallas. I mean, Edmonton woke up, but looking at the shots, it sounds like they were opportunists.
Yeah.
What happened exactly is I take my sweatshirt off.
A nice stretch pass by Nugent Hopkins to Hyman, and it just at the line, and it freed him right up for a breakaway all alone. No mistake about it. Far corner.
What about the McDavid one at the end of the second? I missed that too.
You missed that? Oh yeah. Okay, wait. I'm trying to remember it now. Damn it.
It said there was 19 seconds left when he scored it.
18.8. Yeah. I can't remember it off the top of my head now. Bill, you think Rantanen is a star, not a superstar? What do you think? Rantanen a superstar? Yeah, I think that might be right. Yeah. And Robertson is a star, not a superstar. Yeah.
Oh, Frederick's hurt. Frederick is hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Good boy. He's on all fours. Let's see this. Here's the Hyman goal. Oh, yeah, nothing Ottinger can do about that. He just got flat out beat.
Frederick looks okay. Needs to shake it off. Ooh, weird fall.
That was a little
Yeah, he
strange.
should be okay from that. He got the post on the hip, so maybe he's got a little pain there. Yeah, but it didn't look that serious.
Hopefully he's all right. Don't want to see that.
BL says to you, by the way, Alex, listen, you got your USA gold medal. Sit down and shut up. Gold medal in what?
Shit talking.
Must be because they didn't get the gold at the Four Nations. Oh, yeah, at the tournament today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Bruce says McDavid is one of the 5 or 6 best defensive players you've ever seen play.
I'd go higher than that. That's
Well, you guys are young, so I've seen some pretty good. He's up there. I'm saying he's not.
I mean,
But
Gretzky, Lemieux. Who else would you definitively say?
that I could probably name a lot of guys. What are you talking about?
Let's hear him.
Guy Lafleur.
No, I'm thinking.
Hang on, I had a few names in my head. Guys like that, they were pretty good. They're pretty good in my day. There'd be more than 5 or 6. I'm older than you.
Well, that doesn't make you right.
Oh, Bruce is older than me too. Sorry, Bruce, I forgot.
Do we count Orr though? I mean, he's a defenseman. I mean, he's the best offensive defenseman ever by far. But
He's best player ever by far. But so yes, he qualifies. BL and I are on the same page on Bobby Orr. Best player to lace up skates.
I still think
Ever.
it's Gretzky, but Orr would be 2 for me.
And you know what? I would tell you only that. That's fine. I think it's a personal thing, right? It's subjective. I definitely respect it if you say Gretzky, Bruce, but Lemieux, Crosby, not yet. I don't know if he gets up there yet. But
Crosby's top 10 player, I think.
You can name a bunch of guys. If those are your favorite guys and you want to say that, I think that's fair. For me, it's Bobby Orr for the best player ever. That's all.
By the way, whoever gave us another sub at DPWM, much appreciated. Thank you so much. We appreciate
thank you.
all subs.
And if you are interested in doing that, please don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button on either channel, wherever you are watching, if you haven't already. And thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Oh, here's a potential rush for the Stars. They need one quick.
They need one quick.
They had a setup there. They had Skinner moving left to right. Rantanen. Yikes. Bad turnover. I don't think Rantanen's had that good of a game today. Yeah, I haven't really heard much from him. Yeah, that was a bad turnover.
He had a great first round.
I think he had a good second round too, to be honest.
But a good, but not the same. There'd been a drop off after the first round.
I mean, that's a high bar to set.
Right? I mean, okay, but it's true though.
No, I won't argue.
But you're right. It was a high bar to set. He had crazy numbers in the first round.
Because he had a little bit of extra motivation, I would say.
True. I mean, true.
Ooh, that one just went wide. Marshman to Bischel. Bischel loses it. Stolen amongst the boards. It looks like, kept in, but now lost.
As much as Edmonton looked better in the first few minutes of this period, clearly Dallas is making a push. And
yeah, they got it now.
Which, you know what? I'm glad they are. I'd rather that than seeing no push by the team. In game 3, you're down by 3. So what? You don't stop. So I'm glad just to see them not stop.
Cool moment. The USA accepted the World Championship trophy today with a Johnny Gaudreau jersey.
Oh, that's
the little things.
That's cool. Yeah, sorry, it's only for a few things. The rest of it we don't agree on, but there's a few things we agree on.
Kind of crazy to think that the NHL draft's already only a month away. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a chaotic night, I think. I really think, compared to other years, we are going to see some real movement in those first 2 rounds.
There's a question for you. What do you think on that?
Oh, I didn't see it. Hold on. Rick, do you ever think Bedard reached the height potential he came into the league with? If you asked me this last year, I'd say this. As of right now, I'm kind of leaning no. And it's not all his fault, But I don't think Chicago so far has done enough to surround this kid with some level of talent. Now, could that change? Absolutely. But he's been in the league for 2 years. He kind of had, what did he have, almost 70 points this year? I can't remember his exact point total. He had a good year, but not. Let me see. I remember exactly.
I don't know if I don't know his numbers. I tend to probably lean towards what you're saying.
67 points in 82
Oh, okay.
games.
Well, that's close. So, you know what? Based on that, I think I don't know if he'll reach his potential exactly, but I think he might come close. But
I think he'll be. I mean, listen, he still has plenty of time. Like, look at Nathan
time. That's what I'm about to say.
He was.
The book's not written yet. He's still got time to write that book, and he at his age, it might not look like it for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden he just he figures it all out.
Nathan McKinnon, perfect comp of that.
Yeah,
and
so
he ended up turning into the second best player in the world. So
it's still too early to make a judgment at all.
Yeah,
that way on Bedard yet.
I'll say this: if he is going to hit that sky high potential that he came in with, they need to do their due diligence and surround this kid with talent. It's time for Chicago to start making moves to add. I'm not saying that they need to become a cup contender, but they need to start getting better.
Marner's a good move for that because he produces points that they should match up good, and I think it helps Bedard, get the numbers, get the confidence, all that stuff. I think that's a good move for Chicago for now.
Yeah,
they got the money.
I tend to agree.
They've got the money with the cap going up. It'll be less of an issue, in 2-3 years, as you said earlier about whoever's contract. It's the same. Yeah. But
it all comes down to they have to make sure they do the due diligence to make him succeed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what we need to do for Mitchkov. Like, we have to do what we can to get this kid a legitimate center and some legitimate talent. Now,
for us with Demidov and Hudson, it's the same, and all the other kids, it's the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Positions to succeed. If you don't do that, it's not on the player fully.
Agreed.
You don't hit that because you didn't do what you needed to do. And if you're going to spend the money,
exactly. I think we're in agreement there. That you have to do what is best for the player. You have to recognize who your franchise player or players are, and do the due diligence.
And if you don't, what a stupid thing to do. You invested so much in a guy like that, not only money but time, pick, all that. You want to.
Part of the reason why Tavares left.
What's that?
Part of the reason why Tavares left the Islanders is exactly that. Like, they didn't do their due diligence to surround the guy with talent.
Not because he's a dick. I thought it was because he was a dick.
It could be that too, but that was part of it. He left because the Isles.
No, I know that.
Teams.
I know that's part of it.
It's been something in my eye for like the last couple of minutes now.
Yeah, that's I agree with you. Marner can help get them to the playoffs and disappear. But if they've done their job and good drafting and all that, maybe it's not going to be so much of an issue if all you have is Marner that disappears, but not half your team in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, look at Chicago. They got Nazar, Levchinov, Oliver Moore still yet to come up.
Yeah.
They tried adding some. Huh?
Maybe these guys help turn Marner around, and he's a better performer.
They still have some guys, some veteran guys that didn't quite pan out. Teravainen, Bertuzzi, Foligno's still there. He's the captain right now. I like Nick Foligno as a player and even more as a person. Good person. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. What I'm interested in is how Dallas is going to respond in these last 9 minutes, because they've kind of been stuck in the mud. They're getting shots, but Skinner's just been solid.
They better send a message for next game. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, and the next game's a must-win for the Stars if they don't come back, which it's not looking like they will. You could make the argument this series should be 3-0 if Edmonton didn't crap their pants in game 1.
Right. That's right. We could have two really boring series that way where there's not much competition. It's a one-way series.
We're gonna get another. What we traded pick 32 last year, which is Florida, to Edmonton, and we got back their first round pick this year. And it's looking like there is a real chance that could turn into, oh, what do you know, pick 32. Don't tell me the Flyers aren't cursed.
Bruce, it's kind of a combination of both. It's easier to sign players and salaries go up when the cap goes up.
And you do need to make sure you draft core guys, because the guys that hit free agency are already on or pretty much at the back nine of their career. They're hitting free agency at 28.
It's why cap management is so important. So important.
It's like it's a reason why a team like Florida and Tampa have been good for quite some time now. Florida's about to make the third straight Cup final. They got rid of Montour. They needed a defenseman. They bring in a guy like Seth Jones at an abbreviated cap space. They have Mikkola, who is signed for $2.5 million for still another year next year. That contract looks like a steal. They let some guys walk. Sam Bennett's probably going to walk this offseason, but they'll find ways to add. They have their core guys. The key to staying good is finding the right guys to surround those core guys.
Yeah, to replace. If you keep replacing with the right, making the right moves.
That's half the battle. You getting the core is the first half of the battle. Finding the pieces around the core and to continue that fluctuation is the second half of the battle.
It's the continuing half of the battle as you go on.
You have teams and it's 5-1, and this game is over.
The way McDavid's flying out there, the look on his face said McDavid's in the song. Did he score?
I think it was Hyman.
It was Hyman again, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This game's
over. No, that's for sure.
Have you been seeing McDavid's press conferences with, I don't know who it is from the media, and they keep asking him about how they're playing defense? So last game, they were about to ask McDavid the same question. He literally interrupted him mid-sentence. Yes, we're playing defense.
They are. I mean, 3-0 last game, 6-1 here, 5-1 here. Their defense is playing okay.
Their defense has been fine. They go, well, I think it's been Stuart Skinner's finding his game again. Pickard's not getting back into that net when he's healthy. No way. At least with this Stuart Skinner. It's starting to feel like what happened last year with Dallas and Edmonton.
Dallas has a jinx as well, it seems like.
They're like, at least they can win some games in the conference finals, though. I'm looking at you, Carolina. I still think Dallas is going to take this series 2-2 back to Edmonton. I did say at the beginning of today's show that I believe they'd split. That's what I'm going to say. They're going to split.
Well, based on the way this series is going right now, I don't know that you can say that for sure. You say you hope.
I mean, nothing's for sure, but that's what.
No, but to say that you could say you hope they split, but to say they'll split, I don't know.
I'll say this about Dallas: they're a resilient bunch. They've been resilient. They were resilient against Colorado. They went down
in the playoffs. You go as far as till you meet the team that's better than you. It looks to me right now, Dallas met that team here. Now it's still early on game 3, but that's what I'm seeing so far.
They were down 2-0 in Game 7 in the third period of Colorado, and they won that game in regulation.
Yeah,
so I'm not putting the nail in the coffin.
Different round. They're 2 rounds farther in. And
I know. I'm aware, but I do say this.
Every team, except the team that wins the cup, meets that team.
Yep. I will say this, though, about Dallas and the team that they played in the first round, Colorado. A lot of people, including you, Rick, picked the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
No doubt, but doesn't mean that they haven't met their match here.
And I'm not ready to say that yet. If they lose game 4, I'll probably be more willing to say it. Because I think Dallas did play a good game today. Even though they're down 5-1, I don't think it's as bad as the score shows.
They ran into a hot goalie, and Edmonton capitalized on their opportunities.
They got shut out last game. If it wasn't a shutout last game, I might agree with you, but I don't know.
They didn't play a good game last game. Last game, from what I saw, they played a crap game. Today, I don't think they played a crap game. They ran into a hot goalie, and Edmonton capitalized on their chances. You know what? Sometimes that's what it takes.
It's whatever, but whatever. I just don't like their – I wouldn't be like, yeah, they'll win the next game. I don't know. I don't see how. Not that they can't, obviously, but looking at this, I don't know. Edmonton looks like they're pretty freaking dialed in.
They do look good right now. I give the Oilers that. They look damn good. I got to give them props where it's due.
And sometimes, too, when you really can't score, it's a thing, and it drags on. They have to score. Next game, they got to put some pucks behind.
Yeah, they put up, 6 in the first game, and they've only scored 1 goal in these last 2 games since.
Yeah.
So
I think they shot their load.
You're right about that. They got to start finishing some bids.
They shot their load in game 1, and it seems like that might be it.
And now they got limp dick.
Yeah.
Now they got limp dick.
Give us a few days to recover.
I need some medicine.
I need an hour. Give me an hour at least. You got any Viagra? It's a team that needs Viagra.
Oh, Lord, no. The team that needs that is the Carolina Hurricanes.
Well, right now, one more game, if it's like this, and it's Dallas, too. Dallas has to get Modano going. Who are we talking about? Who would you attribute Modano status to on the Dallas Stars right now? That could be a few guys.
They need. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rick.
That could be a few guys. I mean, nobody's going there right now.
I'll say this: the loss of Ropey Hintz could be big too.
Yeah, that's huge. Actually, it's quite.
That's
huge.
their 1C.
Yep.
I do think he might be back next game because he made the trip with the team. But
yeah, well, that's a good sign. Dallas put a lot more pucks on net, and if they can keep doing that, eventually some are going to go in. Yeah, that's the theory. It's not working right now, though, right?
That's what I said. He ran into a hot goalie. Now it's up to Stuart Skinner to keep playing like that.
But David, Bruce, I mean, I'm surprised you're kind of sticking up for Dallas. Aren't you rooting for Edmonton here?
You can
hot goalie and capitalize on your opportunities. Heard that before in the playoffs. Recipe for success. 100%. Hot goalie is important. The thing I always say is that you don't need the best goalie. You need a hot goalie. That's really a hot goalie is a huge thing in the playoffs. The hard thing is for a goalie to stay hot for 4 rounds. Yeah, like BL, I hadn't heard from Matt at all today, so
I think he's out with Alicia.
Yeah, I think because his sister graduated. It was yesterday, right? Didn't he have a graduation?
I don't remember, but I think him and Alicia.
Because he texted me
about something.
He said something about his sister. So he's got a busy weekend. Not a big thing. Besides, it's normal anyway. Nothing new here. 5 minutes to go. 5-1. The only thing Dallas could do is try to send a message for next game. Maybe gets a little chippy here.
I could say it.
I mean, what else can they do? This game's over.
Yeah, this game's definitely over.
Unless they need.
All right, so here's the plan, Dallas. You're gonna score in this power play, then you're gonna pull the net, then you score again, then you score again.
Get a goal a minute. A goal.
No pressure.
5 a minute. No, They need 4 to tie. Yeah, a goal a minute.
Yeah. 5:01 to go. Stars power play.
A goal every 1 minute 25 seconds.
1 minute
Oh,
and 15 seconds.
15 seconds. I think that's it. If they do that,
And maybe they could do it.
but literally, if they don't score on this power play, there's no hope for this game.
I don't think there's hope even if they do, to be perfectly honest.
No, I get it, but they can't look at it like that, though, right? They have to look at it and go like, just got to get one goal at a time, chip away, and look at it like that, or they give it up. If you give up, you're not going to win.
They need more from their stars, though. They need more from
No.
Rantanen, who started great. They need more from Duchesne, Robertson, Wyatt Johnson.
Rantanen, to
They
me,
need more from their stars. Their stars are
Rantanen
not giving them enough right now.
Rantanen has had a big fall off since the start of the playoff. So that's a guy that really needs to step up here. Not today, I mean, but next game.
Are we going to get our cup rematch? Wouldn't that be something? Edmonton, Florida, part 2.
It happens.
08-09. Detroit, Pittsburgh, twice.
Happened more than once, I'm sure.
Detroit, Pittsburgh. I know that's the last one I can think of, but
David, I mean, I agree, right? It's like I said, you're sometimes, well, in the playoffs, eventually you're up against a team that's better than you. It's what it looks like here at this point. Even though the first game of the series, you don't always take what happened in the first game and go, well, that's how the series is going to go, right? But clearly right now, Edmonton looks lethal right now.
it has happened 10 times before, Rick, but only twice since 1983.
What are we talking about again?
The cup rematches.
Okay, but still, it's happened.
So Detroit, Pittsburgh is the most recent. Then the Islanders and Edmonton in 83, 84.
And it hasn't happened yet. I mean, this series is not over.
Oh, I know, but the other one is.
The other one.
Montreal and Boston, 77-78.
Yeah.
Montreal, St. Louis, 68-69. Then Toronto, Detroit, 63-64. Montreal, Toronto, 59-60. Montreal, Boston, 57-58. I don't care from there. There's too many repeats.
So it's what? Half of the 10 Montreal's been involved.
Montreal's been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yep, half of them. Hi, guys. I have to meet.
Oh, you got.
Hi, Mila. Hi, Mila. Do you want to say hi to the live stream, Mila? No.
No, she's shy. Hi, Neela.
That's Nicole, one of Nicole's 2 nieces, Mila.
Okay. Cutie pie.
She is 4 years old.
How did we get 4-on-4? I didn't see any of it.
What'd you say?
We're 4-on-4. How'd that happen?
That was penalty on Dallas for being over chippy. His game's done, so. Three minutes left in this one. Edmonton's up 5-1 on the power play. Now it's just running through the motions.
Listen, you guys.
Less than 3 minutes left, and I'll be over after the game ends.
Yeah, no. Listen, if you got guests, if you need to jump off, don't worry. Game's over.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to end up departing. Everyone, good seeing you. We'll be dropping a new DPWM tomorrow night. Hope you all take care.
The DPWM, no, a new Pucking Around podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A new Pucking Around podcast on DPWM, and it's 6-1. So I guess that's perfect time to leave them.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for sticking around. Ciao. Have a good day. 6-1. Just like, salt in the wound there. Salt in the wound. Klingberg makes it 6-1. 2:20 to go. And no doubt about this one. I don't know. To me, I don't know. We'll have to see how the next game goes. But if Dallas can't put up a better showing, this series is essentially over. But I mean, Dallas just looks outmatched. It's just how it is. Sucks if you're a Dallas fan, but it is what it is. Who was it that got the goal? It wasn't Hyman. I didn't see who got it. I saw the assist. Got to be tough to play the last few minutes of a game like this for the losing team. I'm sure they'd like to do what Carolina did last night. At this point, they put a second goal in, made it 6-2. Man, the crowd is going crazy. $30. Well, this game is done. There's no doubt about that. Now, 24 seconds left, and we got ourselves a little bit of a scrap. Nothing big, though. Tempers flaring up. All right, I guess we'll talk about what's going on. I guess maybe some of you wouldn't remember. I mentioned it early. Tomorrow we are doing our pod, so we're not going to be doing the Florida-Carolina game. It may be the last Florida-Carolina game, so unfortunately we won't be doing that. But should be back Tuesday for Game 4 of this series. And be interesting if if it just goes to Game 5 and it's too quick semifinal series. Otherwise, if the series ends tomorrow with Carolina, these guys, if they go 7 games, it could be like 12 games or 12 days. 12 days till the finals. That's a hell of a wait time, like for Florida. Rain is starting again. Here, not there. Come on, there's 24 freaking seconds. Just drop the goddamn puck. I can't leave early. I gotta stay. Is that what they're singing? Sweet Carol? I have it really low. Can't really tell. White people love that song. Don't know why. I don't think that's what they're singing here. Come on, drop the puck, for Christ's sake. Just hang on to it. Don't try. Just let our time run out, for Christ's sake. That's all. That's what they're doing. So this game is over. Officially, time ran out now. Oh my God. That's painful if you are oh, I gotta leave that on. That's painful if you're Dallas. All right. It's been a long afternoon. 3-hour stream. Wow. Been long. That's a long game, a full 3 hours. Now La Bamba, I turned it off already. It's off for me. So, like I said, we got the pod tomorrow. So no live game stream. I don't see how we're gonna work that out. But I should be back Tuesday to cover game 4 of this. I think I said that. I am working on a video, so I hope it'll be out by then. I'm working on it, still writing it, so a little bit of trouble with that, but it's coming along. And what else I got to say? I think that's it. Check out the products in the product shelf in the description, and considering joining and taking a membership, and hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up if you haven't already. And that's it. I'm going to leave now. So until next time, stay safe out there, guys. Peace out. Have a great rest of Sunday. And yeah, go Oilers. Canada's still in the running for a cup. Awesome. Have a good one, guys. Ciao, everybody.